Okay, we're back in the closet.
We are with guests tonight, our good friends.
We have some friends, yes.
Butch Hiles and Lisa Hiles. Butch has been on before.
They're not brother and sister.
They're not. They're married.
They're married. They fly planes together.
Well, they'll tell us about that here shortly.
And they do stuff. Other stuff. Like
they do jiu-jitsu. They do MMA. And she is a badass kickboxing, cardio kickboxing instructor.
She hurts people. You guys have that in common.
Yes, we do.
Well, let's chit-chat.
All right, here we go.
Bigger's better. Yes.
Did you start it?
Yeah.
Oh, we're already started.
It's recording.
I didn't know that because it's not facing me.
I just turned on and talked because we were talking about all this good stuff downstairs.
It's not facing me, so I can't see it. I feel like I'm not in control. That's never a good thing.
It could be.
Anyway. So, we've got Butch and Lisa together. We've had Butch here alone.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Not in the closet, though.
Not in the closet.
We didn't bring him in the closet. We didn't want it. We didn't want it to be awkward.
Yeah.
This could be awkward, just us and Butch in the closet. Maybe not. Not really.
I like looking at your clothes.
I know, right?
The robes. That's our favorite.
The thing is if it really gets crazy, there's Angie's whip behind you.
Halloween costume, I promise.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. I mean, we've already know what's in the basement downstairs.
That's perfect.
There's feathers up there and masks and everything.
There we go. There is, actually.
It's Halloween.
It's my house.
In quotes.
Yes. Halloween.
She used the air quotes. No, it really was Halloween.
Then you got your robes.
Yeah.
Is it ripped?
It is. That might have been a fatality of our little rumble in the closet we had not long ago.
Oh yeah.
That was a good one.
It could have been.
You know they have cage matches.
Shit. You got like a tie mover and all that?
Yeah, but they don't have batteries in them. And those were here when I got here. Those were here.
That's pretty fancy. That's pretty good.
And I don't even really wear ties anymore, but I got them.
Yeah, well, they're good.
You never know.
Yeah.
You never know when you need to rotate that tie around and figure it out.
I do want to put some batteries in there and just watch it work one night.
So there's 3 of them?
There's 2. 3. There is one back there.
Oh my gosh.
Whoever was here before me was a baller.
Straight business.
He was closing deals.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Like a beast.
This is great. This is great.
Yeah, isn't that interesting?
Hey, and listen, Butch realized quickly that our curtains are hung upside down.
That bothers me.
It bothers you that much.
Yeah.
It bothers me, and I want to change it, but she won't let me. And it's like the upside down pilgrims.
Yeah,
Where did this come from?
That's what I'm wondering too. I feel like we need to take a picture.
I feel like we need to know who lived here.
But but what makes me laugh is that like it took us forever to
Pilgrim
notice.
with a lot of ties.
And it took him.
Well, that's until.
Look,
This is so true.
Yeah. Well,
It took us a minute, but it took him like 30 seconds. He's
very
observant.
observant,
Very
yeah.
observant.
Yeah.
Very observant. Very observant. He found the upside down curtains and my whip in like a matter of 30 seconds.
The whip is extremely noticeable.
it's part of that thing. Like you go in a room, you want to figure out where you can get out, who can
Right.
attack
Yeah.
you, and all those things. So
So
I was like, well, the upside down pilgrims, I feel I'm safe.
But then you looked and saw the whip, and you're like...
And I was like rotating ties. I think I should be all right.
The thing is, you know what you got to worry about are the things you can't see.
Yeah, that's very true.
The things that are
But I do
hidden.
see like kind of like Daisy Dukes right there that I feel are on your shelf.
This is definitely Jeff's side of the closet. Oh.
Yeah, my Daisy Dukes.
Yeah. Well, that's right.
It's
Everything
just a
comes
thing.
back in. Everything comes back in.
I hope so. I really want to wear them again.
What are you talking about? You just wore them last night.
Yeah, we can keep that closet.
That's right. If
Keep
you were
that
in
in the
our
closet.
closet, there's a lot worse in ours.
I was wanting to start at like cage matches
Yeah.
in the closet jiu-jitsu.
It would be
New
good.
sport.
This is a good. This is a good.
Mats
Yeah.
and-
Because I mean, the action has to happen.
Yeah.
It's a good space.
It's good. So like that podcast you had about the purple friend, that would be what's in our closet. Lots of
Oh,
those.
yeah.
I don't even...
We
Hey,
can do
listen, no.
Do you guys want to do a purple friend hunt?
No.
Like an Easter egg hunt? Because we can start. Let's go. Ready?
Do we throw clues out? How does this work?
You just start digging. They're in there. They're in here somewhere.
No, I
There's plenty for everybody.
I'll give you a hint. I'll give you a hint.
It's on
Okay.
Jeff's side.
It's on Jeff's side.
Yeah, they're under the Daisy Duke.
Oh gosh, it was hysterical.
Okay, so
That's why the batteries are out of the tie.
Right?
Yeah.
That's why the ties don't rotate.
Yeah.
No, we went to a wedding last week, and Jeff had to put on a suit he hasn't put on in a while.
Like 2 years, like
And
black suit.
it took him a minute to clean it out.
I walked out.
Is that where you keep all the good stuff?
That's where I'd kept them. For some reason, I just started like putting them in pockets and
That's what I mean. It's a good place to hide
side
spot.
pockets.
Someone breaks into your house.
And I walk
mean,
out
yeah.
to her and I'm like, I'm almost done emptying my suit. And I've got like
That's perfect.
Like, how many pockets does it really
I
have?
don't know if the batteries are any good in any of these.
I mean, don't you think,
That
honestly,
is funny though, when the kids need batteries. I'm like, wait a minute, I know where some batteries
You
are.
just stay down here.
and then it makes me mad. I'm like, where did you get those batteries?
Yeah.
But don't you think that if everybody's being honest, there's probably a purple friend in everybody's closet?
At
If
there's
they're
not-
not, then they're boring.
They're boring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They need to find a purpose.
Or they're lying or trying to hide something. You know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion. I
Yeah.
could be wrong. Or they're like under the age of like 35. I
Or
don't know.
over. I don't know.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think there's that cutoff. There's that age where you're young and you're like, ew, no. And then you
I had kids these days, though. I
figure it out.
Yeah, it's a
feel
little
like
different
it's-
these days.
Do you think?
It's good for your immune system.
It is good. It's good. You clean yourself out.
It's good for your immune system. Okay, we'll go with that. We'll go with that. We'll go with that. Do you really think it's different? Do you really think the kids are different?
Oh my god.
I think they're much looser these days.
No, I think they
just
are.
know
I
way
think
too much
we're-
more.
Oh, yeah.
The education is so high, like the access to
Yeah.
to learning
Just
about the
Google it, right?
you Google
Well,
it.
I mean, I
it's
guess that's
over.
true.
And you can
I guess
get
that's
pictures
true.
and everything.
And what's up with and everything? No,
YouTube
pictures are stupid
videos
now.
and-
Like pictures are weak. Like it's like
Pictures
video.
are weak.
Yeah.
That's very
It's
true.
like picture.
Let me
There's
see
the
the
good old
video.
days when you find some porn in the woods, and yeah, I mean,
Right.
That's what I've always said. It's like
Yeah.
I kept the bag, the trash bags with the penthouses
Yeah,
or
it's-
Playboys, and
And
you're like,
kept 'em-
oh gosh,
Where'd you keep
There's
them?
not
In the
such a
woods?
in
thing.
the
now.
woods.
No
Yeah,
way.
everybody
You
did.
can't keep them in your house.
Yeah.
Your parents.
I
would
mean,
say,
I didn't need to worry
So
about
then
it.
other people would go to the woods and they'd find that stash, and they're
Right.
like,
Which
it's
is
like
we've
the
talked.
motherlode.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
It is the motherlode. It is weird.
Because like, do you look at them?
Horny boys.
How does that work
Of
out?
course
Do
you look
steal
at 'em.
them?
Look at them.
You
What are you
still.
talking about?
I've told this story on the podcast before, but we had who's a prosecutor. He was a
I thought you said
prosecutor then.
prostitute.
No, no.
I'll go with
He lived
prosecutor.
a few doors down from us,
Yeah.
and he was a prosecutor at the time. I think he's just an attorney now in town. He's still a prominent attorney. His son is too. But we
Let's see if
we
can
knew
figure
where
that
his
out.
stash was. He had a big
It's more
Playboy
details.
stash,
Yeah.
penthouse under his bed. Like he kept this dude. And when he was, they never locked their house up. So we
Yeah.
just go up there, grab a couple of Playboys, and leave.
Yeah.
And you'd stash them in a trash bag and put them in the woods because there's no way I'd let my mom find out that I had
Yeah.
them.
But do you go to the woods then
Look
You
at
take
care of
them
business
and read,
and then leave?
You don't
read
take
the
care of
stories.
business.
Read
No,
the.
you
You go to the
just
woods
listen,
and read the
just
stories.
read it
read
for
the
the article.
stories?
We read the articles, we got some new jokes,
Yeah. I mean,
and we
come
told
on.
them in school.
Yeah. I mean,
That's it.
What do you think we're doing in there?
That's it. We
Yeah.
never did anything. I don't know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
you do.
Business.
What do you do? Just go look through them real quick and then
Yeah.
run home?
Usually with your buddies.
No, you do not
It's
look
awkward.
through them quick.
You
Yeah.
read
You look
every
through them
word.
for hours.
Yeah.
And then
And
you
you're
go
like,
home?
I got to remember this.
Yeah.
That's the thing about today. Kids
gotta
have
remember
phones. They
this.
don't have to
It's like
remember
that-
anything. Back
Just
then,
snap it.
we were
Yeah.
strong.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
were strong. Like, we could lay in bed and remember that.
It's like that movie
Spread.
where they're like
Yeah.
taking pictures.
Yeah.
They're like,
Yeah.
You couldn't. Yeah, right. With their.
They're mental pictures.
yeah.
So you
Yeah.
couldn't really have like a spank bank, right?
You did. It was up here. It's back in the day when your mind was
just-
strong.
no, I couldn't
That's
do
why
it.
Where
they're
it
so
needs to
awesome.
be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where it needs to be.
Now you just,
Yeah.
you just
Pull
Now
out your
that-
phone.
Now my mind
just-
doesn't work.
now you
anymore.
can't
Right.
even
Because we don't
settle
need
in
to.
on anything because there's so many
where do you go?
categories.
Where do you
Yeah.
go?
Great people are choking.
Oh
They're
my.
choking
People
each
standing
other.
in the corners
They're
watching.
crying.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
What's that? Cuckold?
Yeah.
yeah, that's a new thing.
It's
It looks just with the cages, with the cage your penis.
Yeah.
Can it not grow?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
that's
it's like a reptile.
We
Like
hung
they
out with
can't
some
get.
people like that before.
Did you? Were they really, or were they just, you just knew
She
they
was.
Yeah,
We saw some pictures.
Yeah.
She was
What?
She was a dominatrix.
Yes.
Yeah.
And did she do that to her husband, or
No.
did they
Her
have
husband.
someone on the side?
So it was submissive, so she had a microphone,
Okay.
right? So they would do this and then report back to her. And at a certain point,
They
she
would
gives them
Send pictures
she
of
gives
it being
them
locked up.
rewards, I
and-
guess. Or,
And her husband just sat back
She
and
had
kind
a
of
had
watched.
husband.
and she was
Oh.
single.
There's a
You
reason.
go,
why.
girl.
Yeah, yeah. She did
That's
really well.
that's
So I guess they would pay her rent and stuff like that, or
I don't
something.
know.
Yeah, I don't know exactly.
Interesting.
But it's after we saw the pictures, it's all a blur. It's all.
It's like,
yeah.
How
The
long do they have
conversation
to-
just kind of
Kind
dropped.
of
You know?
disturbing.
how long do
No,
they
it's
have to
not
stay
disturbing.
I
locked
think
up?
it's really interesting.
I don't know.
I mean, I don't want to be the guy with the cage.
Yeah, I don't know.
But have
But
you seen some of those? Like some of them have like,
They're yeah.
Purple and
Yeah.
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 Well, some guys like to be tortured to the point.
to the point of.
I don't mind the dominant thing, but I don't want to be caged up. I got to be released.
Like,
I got to release
who's got
at
the
some
key?
point.
I
You gotta
know.
be free.
I gotta know that this is
I
gonna
have
happen.
a question
you
about
know?
it though. How do you go to the bathroom?
We did ask that question. You remember?
Nope.
Yeah, very difficultly, I think, was the answer.
That was the answer you got. Very difficultly.
Yeah, and you had to be careful because there's some that were too very, very constrictive, very tight or something. I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
Like I said, after we saw the pictures, it's all a blur. But very, very, very nice girl.
Very nice girl.
Yeah, actually, seriously, she's a very nice girl. So
It
sure.
is what happens when you drink tequila and podcasts.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Let's talk about.
Go from there.
I,
Well, Amazon, really. Just check that out. You know?
I mean, I guess we could search it up.
Amazon.
Amazon has everything.
Yeah.
And you could probably be here by Monday, I'm sure.
Sunday delivery.
We
Oh,
lived
it
in
is
a
Saturday.
city 2 hours.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's not too
Drink
bad.
it right to your door.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, on that one, let's do another shot.
Take
Oh,
your
bye.
time.
Yeah.
We
I'm not gonna.
and this is you know
I
what
know
you
that meant. She's not going to cage nothing, but she's good.
you all are the first ones that
They
we
start to look like this, you know, when you cage them,
Yeah. they
Yes.
right? It's
Yeah, like a
wait
little
minute.
mushroom thing there.
do. You need like somebody to be like, Jamie, pull that up.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
I
exactly.
know, tell me about it. Yes.
This is the first time that we've done shots with people in our closet.
Yeah.
It is. It's a new day.
It is.
It's a new
You
You
day.
are-
said was a good day today. What are the things you found out?
That are of people that I teach privates to, that they also give flight lessons. So that was important. So we can go
People
fly.
that
He teaches privates
they
too.
Yeah.
they're not the ones you're going to do flights with tomorrow.
No, but I could. So that was the thing. I said I was going to be late because I have to do some flying lessons. And they said, well, we do too. So it was cool. And then, what was something else? Something, your stripper pole.
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
was excited.
stripper pole.
That was actually the first point. He
Yeah.
was very excited
I
about
was like,
that.
this has been a great day.
Yeah.
What,
Like,
did
I
he
just
get
need-
the stripper pole?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was like, I just
Or
need
you
to
want to
made
take it
his day.
tonight?
Yeah, well, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't want to take him downstairs. It's nasty down there.
you go get it then.
That's a place where stripper poles should be.
When I say nasty, I don't mean nasty. I just mean
You
like
mean you don't have like a
my
stripper
daughter-
locked up down there and that's
You're like,
Gosh, you guys are good.
Yeah.
right now she's out. I told her, get your stuff in the kitchen. You know,
No, you can go get
have a
the.
sandwich.
You can go get the stripper pole. For
It's
them.
just that it needs swept down there.
No,
man.
it's-
We have a daughter that lives down there, and she's a monster.
It's, come on.
She lives down
I
there
live with
when
Lisa.
she's here.
It's
I
crazy.
live with 4 boys.
Yeah.
True. Let's go. We can go down there. We're good.
Yeah.
I'll be like, this is the
I don't
cleanest
know.
room.
I put them up against my messy teenage girls any day. Really, they're a mess. They're a mess.
Is that a good
This
shot?
this podcast is Joe Rogan style. We're going 3 hours.
3
Yeah.
hours.
3 hours.
Lisa, did you bring your robe?
I'm gonna need that.
You can borrow
Actually, I'm
one.
like sweating already.
We have a fan.
We do not have a fan. We have a heater because it's
I can
normally
go get the
freezing in here.
Oscar.
No, we don't need no fans.
You sure? We can open the. We can
We're not
crack the
that
window.
hot.
She likes to get moist. It's sopping. Is that what?
Sopping, that's more of the
Yeah.
word.
Sopping.
That's
Yeah.
a much better word.
Yeah.
Much.
I like them both. I'm okay with either.
Whatever.
They're all good.
Moist
Oh my
sopping is what I'm
gosh.
used to.
This is
Yeah.
how. This is the,
Just
okay.
saying.
So how long have you all been married though?
10 years.
10 years. How long have you been together?
11.
Good question.
It's working.
11.
Well, this is. I'm just
We
saying.
just went straight for the marriage. We were like,
Gotcha.
met her, and I was like, let's just get
Put a ring on it.
You locked it.
Yeah.
You locked it down.
Yeah.
You locked it down just like those penises.
Not quite that
personally
Lisa's a
did not lock penises down. I don't even eat bananas, but I locked her down. Yeah. Yeah,
So
immediately.
This is the kind of talk that happens after you've been married for a hot minute.
Yeah.
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 Now you
Run
guys,
out of all the other things to talk about.
Right.
So you guys were in high school. What year of high school?
We were
Ninth grade.
Ninth grade.
Ninth grade. Jesus.
1991.
Yeah.
Jordan's first championship.
Oh gosh.
I remember that
Every
podcast. And
night.
exactly, you said that right.
Always
Actually.
do. Yeah, it's a
I
problem
remember.
for me.
No, I remember. It helps me remember.
So are you a Jordan fan?
Oh,
Because LeBron
that's-
just crushed
that's-
Jordan's.
No,
Oh.
no, he did
Here
not.
we go.
I'm a Jordan fanatic, and it took LeBron. Wait,
100 more games, but it's okay.
took him 180 more
But he's a
games.
passer, you know.
3,200 more 3-pointers.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
Here we go.
but he's a passer.
He's a what?
He's a passer. you
He's a
know.
passer. He doesn't play defense.
It's a different story.
He doesn't have all the championships. Let's
Yeah.
not get into it. Let's not get worked up over this.
Yeah, let's just.
You know what?
not.
There's no reason to get upset. LeBron's a joke. Look, he's a great player. He is. He's top 10 easy. Top
Well,
5.
when he's done, he's going to have nearly every record. Whether people like him or not, right? I don't really care. I'm just from Cleveland, so I
Hey,
like him.
well, you have to.
But I don't.
Right?
like
Even though he
him
screwed
like
you
him.
guys. Here's the thing. Here's my argument for greatness, because they're always like, you got these guys arguing, saying, "Oh,
Yeah.
where's his Pippen? Where's his
Yeah.
Rod? Stay somewhere, man. Build a legacy.
It's a good argument.
Build a legacy. Stay
Argument
in
would be
Cleveland and
when-
be great enough
when
to
Jordan
make
left,
others
they were
great.
still first place.
Did they win a championship?
Well, I don't know. I mean,
No,
Tony Kukoc and Pippen couldn't get along.
Right.
Yeah.
because their leader was gone.
Well, it's true. It's true.
Jordan
I'm just
won.
saying. I'm not arguing back and forth because I like them both. I hated Jordan because I was from Cleveland, right?
Right.
Obviously,
he
I'm
hates
forced
you
to
all.
hate him.
Yeah, you have to hate him. Yeah.
Just like I hate John Elway.
I was a Charles Barkley fan.
Yeah, I was Charles. Yeah,
I
she
like
met
Charles,
him at the
yeah.
airport.
I met Charles too.
Yeah.
I hung out with him.
You hung out? That's awesome.
Yeah, we were
I would
homies.
hang out with him.
We're not homies, but I did,
You
I
were
did
the
get to
person,
hang out with
yeah.
him one night. It was
Yeah?
cool. He's
Did
a
you?
really cool guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's very
Yeah.
patient.
Yeah.
I liked
He's,
Dennis Rodman.
Yeah, I did too.
I did.
love Dennis.
I did.
That's the thing about Dennis Rodman years is when I started liking Jordan more. I
Yeah.
think for whatever, because I think the Cavs are so bad back then too. I was like, I might as well like somebody else. Like,
Yeah.
they're so awful. But I love Dennis. I like. It's
He's
weird because sometimes I don't like drama, but sometimes I do.
I know,
I like
right.
Brock Lesnar. That's right.
Yeah, you married to Lisa. I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
Drama baby.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Sometimes some drama.
I'm kidding. I'm
I can
totally
take it.
kidding.
Throw it at me.
Oh boy.
But sometimes, it's a weird thing. But I think sometimes when I think it's fake, like Rodman, I thought it was all a show, and so I like it.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right.
Like
He played it up.
yeah, that's what I think. And so if I know, like Conor McGregor, I think it's fake too. It's
It's a
just
lot of show.
So I like it.
Right.
But then on the other hand, I hate Mayweather
I hate Mayweather
because I
too.
don't feel like it's a show. I feel like
Yeah.
that's his true personality.
Yeah.
But that's just obviously we don't know these people, so I don't
Right.
know.
I
The
think
thing
that's
is, I hate Mayweather, but he does it. He's like, he is who he is, and he doesn't
He's-
care if he's boring. He doesn't care
Yeah.
if he's not. He just freaking won.
Well, exactly.
Every fight
and that
he's
is
ever
also
fought.
the other difference. Like McGregor fights anybody because he's not worried about
Losing.
whatever. Yeah, he
Yeah.
wants to put on a show for the fans. So that's the
I
difference.
like
right?
McGregor.
That is you.
Is he
And
gonna
he's not,
fight
that's
again
why.
soon?
Yeah,
sure.
he'll fight.
Yeah, they almost had a fight the other day, like with Cerrone, but they called it off. But yeah, anything he gets paid good money. He I think he put a good post on the other day. He said fighting was his third income. I think because he's making so much money out of endorsements and stuff.
Oh,
So he said he just
gosh.
fights for.
And he's got
the
that
fans
whiskey
and for-
now,
yeah.
right? The bourbon or whatever it
crushing
is,
it,
the
yeah.
Irish whiskey.
So good for him. Yeah, yeah,
He made it.
yeah.
He's got the family. He's got the kid. He came from nothing.
Yeah, it's kind of like Lisa.
American Dream.
Oh goodness.
Dun, dun.
Why is everyone picking on Lisa?
Lisa's not
Somebody
getting
always
picked
picking on
on.
me.
She's easy
Lisa's,
to pick
I
on.
mean, we're
I can take it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
she's the one. Listen, she's the one that brought up the cage and the cuckold and
She did.
the butthole bleaching
I
stuff.
did bring all that up. Did you
Yeah.
bring up the butthole
She
bleaching?
did. She did.
Why do people do that?
It's just aesthetics.
But it's mostly strippers.
It's mostly porn stars, I think.
But
Strippers number two.
Why
Yeah.
don't you just wax it?
Well, because it's not about
No,
the waxing. It's
the
not about
waxing's
hair.
already done. It's
It
about
just
the
makes
darkness.
it all the same color.
Oh, true.
So it doesn't
True.
stand
True.
out.
True.
Yeah. Like
Yeah, you
I
don't want the
like-
dark spot, right?
True. I
the
got
black
you.
hole.
You don't want an eclipse.
I got you. I'm following.
Yeah.
Following.
Yeah.
Can your guy bring that up? I need to see what a bleach one looks
Yeah, I
like.
know. We need a little guy. Oh yeah, Jeff will.
He's like, oh, let me just show you.
Jeff
what I
will
got
Google
here.
that right now. We do need a little assistant in here with a TV screen.
We do, and I would prefer.
Your 15-year-old, but she probably doesn't.
No.
Man,
I
Lisa,
want personally for me.
I know,
I would
right?
like
Your daughter bring up
Right?
this God.
What are y'all running around here?
Well,
if I could have it my way,
The 18-year-old.
just because I want. This is going to sound terrible,
Yeah, don't
Nobody's
say
recording.
more than likely.
but
It's
a
all
midget. I want. Can
Yeah.
you say or is
No.
it little
Jeff.
people? Is it little people?
Yeah,
I don't want to say it the wrong way.
yeah, you gotta say a little bit, but I agree.
Little people, like I would like to have like a buddy that's like Tyrion on the Game of Thrones. That's like helping
Tyrion's
me
my
pull up
favorite.
stuff off the internet.
Huh, I don't know
Yeah.
who that is.
You don't watch,
You don't
the
watch
Game of Thrones?
She started.
We
I
just
watched 2
we-
episodes.
We just
I
watched the
started.
whole freaking thing. 'cause
The
she'd
whole,
never
all of the
seen it.
Yeah.
episode.
We
was
just
it,
spent
so it was,
2 months watching.
So do you like? Because I'm trying to get her to watch.
Yeah.
I've been trying to-
I had
When
to,
does it get good?
I had to watch it on a bet with a friend that I would watch the Game of Thrones. He would watch The Office.
Okay.
I finished it because I got addicted to it.
Well, that's
Like
good.
you got to get through the first like 3 or 4 episodes.
She's
I
on
think
2 or 3.
the first couple are like, eh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't the White
There's-
Walkers and all that crap. I don't get into all that.
Yeah.
It gets good though. The characters, you just get into the characters and kind of get attached to them and stuff. So you just got to give it a chance.
I'm trying.
Yeah.
You go home, watch
2
yourself.
episodes in.
Oh, you gotta go
6
more.
months.
Oh, you got to get more than that. You got to kind of binge watch it a little bit. Like
Yeah.
really get into it. Like watch 2 or 3. You know what I mean, in a
Yeah.
row, kind of thing. So that's your assignment tomorrow. Watch like 2 episodes.
Okay. Fly an airplane, watch
Oh.
Game of Thrones.
I mean, that's it.
That's it.
I mean, that's an eclectic day.
Yeah, should be
Kids can watch.
So Butch and Lisa are taking flying lessons tomorrow separately.
Apparently.
Separately.
Because it's only a 2-person plane.
Okay.
But
for one
no,
reason.
but it's a good reason anyway, in case one of us dies.
But Butch, that's terrible.
I've never thought of that.
Well,
That's the reason you're doing it.
That's terrible.
So that your children what about your life insurance policies? Are they
I have nothing on me.
Yeah,
He's loaded up.
Can we make sure that you understand this? That they do ask that question on your life insurance application.
Yeah.
What's that?
If you fly,
Do
or
they?
you do flying lessons, or you
They
do,
ask that.
you don't want to be excluded on that if you go down in a plane.
I'll be there.
So we need to change it? Is that what you're saying?
Not now. I think they're going to have to pay. How long have you had your life insurance?
Oh, I don't know.
It's
Lisa
through
knows
work.
everything.
Has
It's
it
through
been
work.
at least 2 years?
Probably.
Oh, you can do anything now. You can kill yourself, whatever.
Yeah,
they have to pay out after 2 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's why people get it. Wait 2 years and then kill themselves, because then they have to pay.
That's terrible. Stop
Is this
talking
what
about
you?
that.
This is what you sell, right?
I don't sell life insurance. I just know about it.
Take my clothes off.
Anyway,
Yeah, let's do that.
Back
no,
to,
I do sell insurance.
Okay, insurance.
No, I don't sell insurance. I did sell insurance. Now I just help people make money selling insurance.
Oh,
That's
I'm
good,
like
too.
a pimp
Yeah.
in an insurance business.
Yeah.
Back
It's
to
not
the,
sexy at all.
no,
Yeah,
it's
no.
not. That's why we're gonna go back to the flying lessons. Have you done this
And the
before?
butthole bleach.
No.
I tried to find pictures,
you-
but my Google isn't working very well.
It's a shame.
it was like, do what?
So
Can't
you,
get it. Might have to go to Pornhub or something. I don't know.
you've never done flying lessons?
Of course she hasn't.
There's-
That's
so the
not
point-
normal.
It's 40 hours. You have to take 40 hours of it though.
That's what I'm
That's
saying.
all?
They could have.
to get your license. But it's like $150 an hour times 40,
Oh
right?
god.
So it's
Plus,
gonna be.
there's another. Plus, you have to get a physical to make sure you don't die while you're flying.
Gosh.
You're
There's a
healthy
bunch
enough.
of things in there, but I think it's worth it.
He said he
'Cause
wanted to
ultimately-
learn a craft.
Yeah, ultimately, just like
But you're a jujitsu guy.
Well, yeah,
He's
but
been
you're
doing it
always-
for how many years?
But you're always
he's
trying to put yourself in a
getting burnt
spot
out.
where you learn
Yes.
something new, right?
I agree.
And so that's what I was trying to think. I was like, I need a new hobby that would interest me and challenge me, and so that's what I thought. That would be
Golf.
No,
Tennis?
because I feel like that would take too much time. Because
It
golf
does,
you
you're
never
right.
master, right? Like, so you just kind of
Right.
have to do it all the time. So I thought flying, I can master that in like 40 hours. Shit.
It's just a life.
I mean, I can
people's life.
I can take
No,
a big
we'll-
old piece of
we'll-
metal up in the air for a few hours.
I mean, I look at it because I always have these thoughts. I don't know if you guys probably don't, but I'm weird. Because every time I get in a plane, which is often because I fly for work, but I'm like, if this guy dies, like, can I land this plane? I feel like I could,
Listen,
but it's just
Wait,
what
wait,
I
wait,
feel.
wait. You just feel like you just
Why
go
would
up
you feel like that?
You've watched too many
Have you
movies.
ever seen
Well,
that
exactly,
thing?
'cause
That
I- 'cause
control
I've
panel?
talked to people And I'm like, how hard is flying? They're like, it's not hard. It's just like you pull back, it goes up. You push it, it goes down. I'm like, well, that sounds simple.
Except when you
And then in
read
the movie,
like.
well, I don't need to read it. I feel like I'd get on. I'd be like, yo, I've never flown a plane before.
But I'm gonna save
Can
the
you
day.
like guide me in? I feel like they'd guide me in. I feel pretty confident. So I want to find out.
So we're gonna find it.
This is the guy that would kill all of us if we were on a plane.
Yeah.
When we taking our first trip?
Yeah.
Here's the thing. We're not even going to need people soon. The planes will just take
They
off and
already
land.
do.
They do. They don't
Yeah.
even need anybody in the
Well,
cockpit, right?
years ago, too, like this, years, probably 15, 20 years ago, I flew in a plane, a two-seater in Fayetteville with this guy named, I think his name was Frank, or Frank White or something weird like that, but I don't know. Anyway, so get up in the plane, and he purposely turned it off. So it stalled. Like, he goes, oh, shit, we're going to die. And it was just me and him. I paid him $5 for his plane ride. And he's like, fuck, we're going to, because he goes,
No.
yeah, and the propeller shut off, and he was like, we're going down, man. What are we going to do? And I was like, man, let's go. I was like, can't you glide this thing? I said, we're good. And I was pretty calm, and he was like, so the whole time, he's like guiding it down. I was like, man, I think we'll be all right. And then I started freaking out a little bit after a while. And then he's like, just fucking with you. He turned it back on.
Oh my gosh.
So ever since then, I was like, I felt like it was my calling. Because I was like, I was pretty calm. Like, I was good to go. Like, I thought I had it, So, anyway, could be a
But you're
false
pretty
start.
calm, though.
Sometimes. But
And
I
that's
think,
probably the jiu-jitsu stuff, right?
I hope. We'll see.
You don't panic.
No, there's no reason to panic. Because if that plane would
If you're
crash...
you're going to die,
That's
right?
what I was thinking, yeah. I was like...
No sense in getting your heart
I
rate
feel
up
like
too high.
I'd panic more in a helicopter because they
Yeah.
plummet, right? They go in a
Yeah.
controlled spin. I know there's a difference, but
I wish I could be that calm in an airplane because
this guy took his teeth out too while we were driving, while we were flying, so he could eat some crackers and drink a pop or something. I was like, man, I'm gonna die. I thought that right off the bat, even before he shut
Oh
it
my
off.
gosh.
Because he'd just be flying, he'd take his hands off the thing and just take his teeth out, put them on the dashboard. And,
Why would you take your teeth out before you eat
I don't
something?
know. I paid him $5. I just went with it.
Dude, the dude took $5 to give a guy a ride.
That's what I'm figuring. I figured fuel is probably more than this.
Wow.
You get what you pay for.
I guess so.
Yeah, not good.
So, if he's still alive, he's
He's not. He's not alive. I promise you, this
I'm just
guy.
If
saying,
he was
yeah.
already taking his teeth
I am
out
not
that
talking
long
trash.
ago.
I'm
No.
saying I appreciate that because of that, I feel like I want to fly a plane now.
No, I want to fly a plane.
You can go with us tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right, I'm
So
coming.
and then
I'm
it
in.
turns out I looked this all up. This is everything. It's only like $40,000 for a plane. Who knew?
That's it.
That's
Is it a
it.
plane that works?
It's just like two of us. Only two of us could go somewhere. But $40,000,
I mean,
Two's fine.
$20,000 if it's used. I mean,
that's one thing I would not want to buy used.
Wait, that's less than a car.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I.
But
after
then it's
you
like a
look this
boat
up-
because then you gotta like pay to house it unless you can
Yeah.
put it in your driveway.
Yeah, but we can just fly places.
We can
Yes.
train people to fly.
Like we can just. I can be like Butch.
Let's go to
You know, the ladies
New
are
York.
busy. Let's just fly to New York for the weekend.
I'm gonna be up there doing those like figure eights.
Nah, I'm not going. I'm
no.
done. I'm out.
I'm in
good.
there. It's gonna be cool. We'll find
See,
Jeff
out.
will throw
my
up.
uncle, not
Tomorrow,
my uncle,
though,
my
I could
cousin
die.
is a pilot.
Yeah.
Well,
Your
he has
cousin's
his,
awesome.
Yeah, he is. He's got a helicopter company in
Yeah,
Atlanta.
that's awesome. Yeah.
So they do all the they drop all the they're one of the
Yeah.
guys that drop all the water on the fires in
Yeah, that's
California,
pretty
that
cool.
stuff.
Yeah.
But he
So
has all
flies
these
his helicopter
helicopters
out there?
But when I was a kid, we lived up in South Hills, up on the top of the hill near Hunter's Ridge. You know where that is?
Rich people.
I know.
Rich people.
No,
Well,
we
he
don't know
would
where
come
that's at.
in, and in the circle, in our circle, our cul-de-sac,
Yeah.
he would land his helicopter and take us for rides.
Yeah.
Like
See,
this-
we were really
like-
poor when we were young.
He lived in Cleveland.
Yes.
Yeah, I wasn't rich. He was doing really well.
Yeah. No, that is cool.
Like right in your
We
neighborhood,
like
though.
helicopters. I mean,
But that seems more doable. A helicopter, like you just.
helicopters are supposedly very hard to drive. Right. I got
Drive.
some Black Hawk helicopter pilot friends. And, yeah. They said you got to do a bunch of stuff. I'm like,
I've never been in a helicopter.
You just want to pull and push.
Yeah.
Pull and push.
just much like
Just like
pull and
the-
push and talk and
Just
yeah.
like just
What
like a
flying a
normal
plane's
guy.
like having sex. You just
Yeah.
pull and push.
yeah, it's very simple. I gotta
Or
think about a
pump, as
couple
Jeff
things.
likes to say.
Yeah.
Pump.
You were creeping me out the other morning.
Oh
when you
my
were saying
God, the
Some-
pump.
that. I hate that.
Let's pump.
No, the exercise you were doing.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, nice
the
piece.
exercise when
Nice
you were
piece.
like pulling the cord between your legs.
I was doing this. I know. It was funny. And
horrible.
no,
Tug toner?
listen.
It
Chaz-
was like that.
Yeah.
Chaz was making jokes when I was doing it. I was cracking up, and then he had to go and say "nice piece," and then I lost it.
Nice piece.
I just kept the video because I was like, whatever.
Yeah.
It made my day.
Oh,
I
I'm glad.
enjoyed it. I
I'm
enjoyed
glad.
it. I smiled. I chuckled.
It was
That's
funny.
what it was for.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sure you're working your glutes or something too.
I was
but-
working my glutes. Yeah,
She's always working her glutes.
I was.
Yes.
Well, that's exciting.
You gotta see
No,
the video.
hey, listen, not
Glute
nearly
work
as
is
exciting
exciting.
as flying a plane or bleaching your butthole, but
Or locking your thing.
or
No, that's not exciting.
No?
No locking.
Somebody
that
thinks
thing.
I'm
it's
getting
exciting.
one. I'm gonna get
Well-
one on Amazon, and you're gonna do it, and we're gonna document it on our page.
Oh my gosh!
No pictures,
Yeah.
please.
I won't do
It's
pictures.
much
I'll
like
blur
the
it out.
carnivore diet, except I am locking my junk. Yeah.
How long you gotta keep that thing locked? What's it gonna be? 24 hours?
Let's Google that.
I think we'll do it.
Do they don't they like lock it up and then make you do things to
Yes.
earn your way out?
Yes.
Yes, I like it.
Yeah.
I'm doing it.
Take out the
But
trash.
I mean, the big cage. You don't want to have to order a big old cage.
Who said it had to be big?
I do. I want some room, man. I want to breathe.
I want to do it. I'm gonna make you do things to come out of it.
Oh,
you don't hide
Lord.
the key in one of these pockets in here.
Yep.
Well, then I'll hide all the other
Let's
little
swallow the
purple
keys.
things, and black
Okay.
things.
How
and
do
white
you
things.
how do you know I don't have my own purple things hidden amongst my clothes?
Listen?
Knows it all.
That's a good point.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. So now
You
what?
just never know. Huh?
Now what?
Huh?
It's a mystery.
It is.
So when the Amazon box comes on Monday,
Yep.
And the
You're-
kids open it.
Who wants to do a shot with me?
What's
I've been waiting
this?
for somebody.
Oh,
I
good
would,
God.
but I
Another
don't.
shot. I
This
don't-
is. I don't want to take any
No,
of
you take-
Lisa's.
I will cheers to you, but I
Tequila.
don't. Yeah, if I drink
At least
tequila,
let's
I'm gonna hurt somebody in this closet. I'm not sure which person. But
Don't do all that. That's just weird.
that's just weird.
Yeah.
I just lick my finger. How's that?
Lick,
So,
lick
just
anything you
lick
want.
the
Listen,
plate.
just so y'all can have a visual, we have a plastic plate with salt on it, shot glasses,
Anybody
and
that knows me will understand.
limes, and
there
a
you
little
go.
bottle of tequila,
Is that a shot?
Patron.
Please.
And this is happening and it's working. But if I do one, somebody's going down
Getting
and this
in a
closet's going to
fight.
hurt.
We learned
I can
that,
go
Yeah.
get bourbon here in a minute.
we
That's
learned
okay.
that jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, I have a feeling
Are you
that
going to drink the rest of that? Are you
I
done
will.
after that?
Maybe like a half.
just do it.
Just take you a shot, man. Just
do
get
it.
No, there's
cheers
no-
it up.
You,
Listen to what the lady's telling you. Jeez, Jeff.
Take
I
one
feel
more.
like I'm in a cage.
Take one more.
Well, you better get used to it.
Easy.
Just pour a little bit in here.
There, come on.
No.
There we go.
That's really
Oh,
not
that's
bad.
just a swish.
Yeah, that's
It's
not
because of Butch. He chugged the whole
bad. That's
thing.
nothing.
Butch has a heavy
Butch
hand.
was like, pour.
Butch can be my bartender
I have to get
anytime.
drunk to fly. It's kind of
Oh,
That's like a whole day away.
that's
I'm,
great.
s- I'm s- I regret not getting the big bottle now.
No, you're good. I'm good. This will I've been.
When you come over for part 2, because this is going to be, the title of this one's going to be Lisa.
No.
And then when you come over for Lisa part 2, we'll get the big bottle.
It's gonna be at least
All right, there you
No,
go.
it's going to be Lisa caged. That's what it's
okay.
Uncaged, unleashed,
uncaged.
I'm
unleashed.
gonna chase this with more tequila.
It's the warmness that just goes off.
Y'all are killing me.
Tequila.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
That's gonna be my karaoke song.
Is
One
it?
day if I ever do it.
I think you should do
I
it.
think that would be like the only word I have to say.
You should do it while you fly tomorrow.
What's our guy's name?
Bob.
Bob
Bob.
White?
Bob will like that.
Bob.
Sorry.
Yeah, Bob in Jackson County. If anybody wants to do some flying lesson.
You know what? It
Shout out
makes
to
me
Bob.
nervous. Flying in Jackson County, just saying that makes
I mean, like
me
I didn't even know they
nervous.
had an airport.
Listen, I picked the cheapest thing
I've-
you could pick.
I think you guys got scammed.
That makes me feel better.
I mean,
Maybe the title of this will be...
Like, we got
That's
anybody
just-
out there who can do us a wheel tonight?
this
I
is
know,
not
right?
Butch and Lisa has money. This is Butch and Lisa found the cheapest people that can fly. Yeah, well, I'm sure he's pretty
Dude,
good.
you're probably going to fly meth somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
that's
know,
what I was like. What do
what's
we?
that
What is our goal? Like, why do we need our own plane? Like,
What's
why
our
do we
goal?
need this? We've been watching too many movies.
I've been watching
I didn't-
American Made. I'm going to start transporting cocaine from
That's what I'm
Cuba,
like, I don't know what
whatever
you're
the
going
hell
for.
I did. No, I don't know.
Yeah, that's
That
what
would-
It was a good movie.
Can we
let's
publish?
really give them something to talk about.
Can we
Yeah.
publish this podcast if the plane goes down?
Throw it out there.
You gotta stop talking about that. You're making me nervous.
They're good.
Angie won't sleep tonight.
It's an airplane.
I know I don't like airplanes.
I mean, you see little ones crashing all the time. Do the people die?
Most
Not
likely.
all the time. Probably 3/4 of the time.
I mean,
Like
if they hit a tree,
We
they're
probably don't
usually
hear about
okay.
all of
like
them.
9 out of 10 times they probably die. But
I mean,
you're
if
not
there's-
going to be
So
that
we
9.
got like there's a we're not flying together. That increases our chances of like
I like the rationale.
Yeah.
you
I
going
do.
first or
Well, he said I was the most likely to die. He told me today.
he said those words.
Yeah.
I would agree, though. I mean,
Yeah, he said you're.
He said those words.
you know how
Yeah.
important, you know how
You know.
valuable you are because you can reproduce. I think.
I'm done. I
He
can't.
said like if you're over
You can't?
170,
No.
you got
Then I
trouble.
take it back. You're not as valuable as I thought
no,
to the human race. that
no,
is. So,
no.
We had
yeah.
to
You
burn that
you
stuff out.
can you still reproduce?
Yeah, I could shoot it out everywhere.
No. No.
See, I'm fixed, so I can go spread
Really?
the seed.
Yeah.
I'm good. Like I'm safe.
You're not
Yeah.
spreading seed if you're fixed.
Yeah.
Well, I am. It's just not going to hurt anything.
It's just
Yeah.
nobody's going to be able to
Right.
pick
It's
it
not a
up.
seed.
It's just
It's not a seed. Okay, I'm going to spread the fake seed.
There you
Yeah.
go. Fake
the
fertilizer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fertilizer. It's yeah. It's
Yeah.
No, I told him I did
It's
enough.
like the
I had
egg
went
white
through
of the egg.
enough trauma in that area. It's
protein.
his turn.
No, I had
Yeah.
3 C-sections, so I was like, "Well, you're in there. Just go ahead and take care of.
Well,
make sure that don't happen again."
That
So
makes
we
sense,
can't
I
handle-
guess. but
Can't
yeah,
handle a
but-
4th one.
well, it was
So we got a dog.
easy.
Yeah.
A retarded dog. We can't. You can't
Don't say
you
that.
can't
Listen,
say
our
that.
dog has never broke a light bulb.
That's how you refer. That's how you referred to it, right?
Did you hear
Yeah.
what she said?
Right? Yes, I did.
Our
So
dog.
I feel like our dog is
Our
pretty
dog's
good.
special.
Our dog is advanced. It goes
and they
in-
don't ever talk
Why do you
about
have
their
to
dog.
wait?
You don't
Why do you have to
know.
put our dog down to make your dog look better?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, it never broke a light bulb. I don't know what else it's done.
It's going to get
What
heated
else
in
is
the
it
closet.
done?
I know, right?
It's done a lot of bad
I
things.
mean, she's not.
It's a horrible creature,
She's amazing.
I see. Butch, are you an animal person?
typically,
Oh, okay.
until I met this dog.
Oh, it's the
No, he had a bad. Like I told you, that was our last fight. There was about the dog.
But everything I said was true, because like that's the thing. I'm pretty smart.
But I will never let you know that it's. I will suffer.
That what? I'm nice to the dog. I'm just saying. It's just everything is terrible.
What did the dog do to make you fight?
I didn't know.
I had to buy.
She
I had to
spent
the
too
whole.
much money on a dumb dog, and
Uh-huh.
nobody
Doesn't
wanted
even
the
know how much
dog.
money I spent.
I know that it was a lot of money. That was uncalled for.
I don't like
Dog.
spending money on animals either.
Yeah, I mean, he could have just walked outside and found a dog. I mean, and it would probably been 10 times smarter than this dog.
Our dog was free.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Next
and every
subject.
dog I ever had was
Next
free.
subject.
Lisa feels like we should move on.
Hey, look here.
Don't be
This-
bashing my baby girl. She might hear this.
It's already happened. It's
Well, it's
over.
already-
It's
yeah.
in the past.
I'm dealing with it now.
We're
but
gonna get through
But
it.
guess who
Yeah.
the favorite person is of the dog?
Probably Butch.
Yes, because
Yeah.
he like
because
That's the way
that's
women
how it
are.
is.
they want
If
you.
you're
They're
an
after the
asshole,
chase.
You treat them like trash,
Yes.
and they just love you.
Yes.
Yeah.
What's the deal with that?
Lisa knows all
Dogs. I mean, I don't understand.
that. Yeah, no, it's true.
She's the worst. She's like, he doesn't want me. I'm gonna like force myself on him.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
just
make
like
him want
Lisa.
me.
Just like Lisa. It's been like
Like
that.
lay on her, like want me.
Yeah.
I know.
Give me attention, even though I know you hate me.
Yeah, yeah. That's how my whole life's been, you know.
Oh, you're so poor baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like you're struggling.
Yeah. No, I mean, really, and honestly, obviously, I got pretty lucky because I got a pretty wife, but
Aw.
Good.
yeah,
He didn't hit the pause button.
yeah,
Making sure we're still rolling.
yeah. No,
We
it's
wanna
Get
get
all
this
that
on
on there.
audio.
Yeah,
it's
get
very
everything.
true.
It is true.
Yeah, no, I get lucky. I mean, as did you, but I mean, you know.
Just the dog. Just the dog wore you out.
We got to pay somewhere, right?
Yeah.
It's either the
3
cage
kids
or the
wasn't
dog.
enough.
Take the dog, not
Yeah,
the
I
cage.
didn't want any kids either. They just kept coming. There's a lot of
Yes.
things that went wrong. You know?
You just never know. There might be, you never know what's going to happen. Another child might mosey into your life, like did us.
Don't.
We thought we were done.
I'm just kidding.
We thought we were
I'm
done
kidding.
too.
But that's the
Never-
good kind. They're like almost raised and
Anything though that quite honestly, right? Everything that's a challenge, like the dog, it's all works out, right? It makes you a better people. And,
Right.
I've decided I like
We
living.
tell ourselves that.
I've decided I like
Yeah,
living
no.
my life like right there on the edge of like a breakdown.
Yeah.
I've seen how like much I can
Yeah.
take at one time.
Yeah.
Well,
And
don't
then,
you start
like I don't
math.
break down.
Do you choose that, or is that
It just
'cause
happens. Like I
don't
take on,
choose it.
like I get a new dog. I'm like, let's paint my bedroom.
Wait.
So here we have like a puppy, and I'm like trying to paint my bedroom. So I like to like push it right there to like my
Take
kids
these
are out of school.
scissors away from this as well.
My kids are out of school. We got a new dog.
Write
Let's
that
paint our
down.
bedroom.
Right.
I'd like to just
You
go.
just like to
I
always
just
live on. Okay.
I
Yeah,
like
I
to
like
live on
to-
the edge. I like to
see how
get a
far I
new
can
dog
push myself
and
until
paint
I
my
like.
bedroom.
That's right on the edge.
I like to see how stressed I can make myself.
Why would you do that?
I feel like everybody
Exactly.
that's having a hard
'Cause
time
I
in
just
life
did
is
it.
not going to relate to anything you just
I
said.
literally just did what you said.
Got a new dog.
And
She
painted
got
her
a dog,
bedroom.
and then she wanted me to paint her bedroom. So
That's
I
She
painted her
wanted
bedroom.
you to paint her. But I
Swear.
wanted him, but you did help. You did.
Not her.
No,
My
not me.
daughter.
Yeah.
You don't have daughters, right?
No.
Thank we.
They're
We have a
relentless.
dog.
Yeah.
A
They're
dog daughter.
relentless.
But
You know what it's like to
They
have
just
a
bat their
woman
eyes.
wants you to do something, and
Yeah.
they just don't stop.
Yeah.
They just don't stop. And you know, your son.
I feel like
my
I've been
son. I'm
good
like,
for women.
no, get out of my face, get
Yeah.
away from me. And he's like, okay, fine.
Yeah.
The girls, no.
I would have been like, get
relentless.
used to disappointment, ladies. That's what I would have said.
Well, that's why I always said, why would I
This
have a
is why
girlfriend?
God blessed us with no daughters.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've always said that. That's why. Why
Yeah.
would I have a girlfriend or a
Yeah.
side piece? Why would I want to disappoint more than one woman? I mean, that's just hard. That's
Yeah.
just horrible in my ego.
Yeah.
I don't want that.
Good enough at home to disappoint.
Yeah.
I like disappointing Lisa. It makes me happy.
Whatever.
Well, it
Yeah.
makes
Why do you
her want
disappoint
it
me?
more because
Yeah.
she knows eventually you're gonna
I
get
might,
through.
yeah.
You're gonna come
she's
through.
Still hoping after 10 years maybe something good goes on, but
Now I've just realized it
just
is
keep
what
the
it
hope
is.
alive.
It is what it is at this point.
Yeah.
You'll never put your clothes in the laundry. You'll never put your
Oh.
plate, your paper plate, in the trash can that's right beside the trash can. I've just come to accept that. And I'm okay with
Does
it.
your household? Do you have empty toilet paper rolls with the full toilet paper on top?
Oh my God, that is the story out of our household.
I hate it.
I'm the only one that can change it.
Me
The
too.
only one.
Me too.
No,
He'll
that's
say
not
that.
You change that shit all the time.
He did it once. He did it once, right? And he's like, you gotta pat him on the back
Yes.
and like bow down.
Document this shit. Facebook status.
I mopped the house today.
He did mop the house today.
Yeah.
But the last time
I was
the
like
toilet paper,
smacking the wall,
the last time,
cleaning light fixtures
The-
with the mop.
the last time the toilet paper wasn't changed, and
It was not me. It was not me. They blame it on me, and
Everybody.
they're liars. No, they're little bitch. They did. It's not me.
Everybody said it was you.
Because they don't want to take responsibility.
He's an easy target.
Y'all go down and figure out who it was. I ain't got that kind of time.
Yeah.
I just change it and move on.
No,
a full
here's
investigation.
the thing. If you get me in the right mood, just like today when I came home and all the dishes were in there,
I
I called.
stayed outside.
Just like,
I really
"Amen."
did.
I'm
I
cleaning.
cleaned out. I like was spraying the garage out for no reason. I could hear in there yelling. I was like, I'm not going. I'm
I had
not
one
going
of
in
those
there.
Because
other night.
they were like they did not. I said, get your dishes out and get your dishes out. So Brooke and Maddie and Kaylee were the only ones here, and they got theirs out, and there were still dishes in there. But when Jeff left, he'd done all the dishes.
Yeah.
It was empty. So there's dishes in there, and you both are claiming they're not yours.
Hello.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Whose are they? You know what I mean? I was.
That guy that you came into that one time and it was in your house downstairs.
I know. Well, that guy. It's probably
He won't
him.
be coming back.
Probably him. Probably. Actually, he apologized, but yeah, I don't know who they were. I don't know who they were.
So did it? Nobody ever claimed him?
No, nobody ever claimed him. So somebody's lying. I don't know.
Drink that.
I don't know.
But you know, sometimes you guys just need a job.
Like what? To unload the dishwasher?
Thank you. Thank you. You just
Well,
wanna
if
keep
we-
them
Trying to
busy.
help you.
If we had a dishwasher, because you see, our dishwasher's been broke.
I'm gonna fix it
for
tomorrow.
About 6 months, and we've been having to hand wash all this stuff.
You need to
with-
figure out what your daughters
Listen.
do to bat their eyes and to get them to paint the rooms.
Here's the
and
deal.
Seriously.
She can get me do it. There's all kinds of little tricks you got.
Those are the best deals in marriage, are they, not?
They are. Yes.
You can get
I'm
him
not
to
doing
do
that for a dishwasher. You're just gonna do it. That's kind of what you're supposed to
Girls
do.
got
You don't have to do that. You can do the other though.
Why
I mean,
do I need to?
it's not going to
There's
take a lot.
different levels.
Yeah, I mean, Yeah.
Yes, I suppose. But I mean, just fix the
Listen.
freaking dishwasher.
I mean,
they're not
That's
that
not
expensive.
What I've felt like
what do
lately,
you
though,
ask
is
her to do?
everybody
Do
needs.
you ever ask her anything?
Jeff
I've
takes
never
the trash.
asked her to fix anything.
Jeff takes the trash out.
I do
Jeff
take
takes the trash out.
Well, that's
Listen.
great. I don't, because I might get dirty. Might get jumped on
Let
the
me
way
tell
to
you
the
something. If Jeff didn't take the trash out, it wouldn't go out. I'm stubborn as all get out.
I
I'll
don't
leave
make
the
trash.
You don't make trash.
Because I'm not
Because
there.
he just sets it beside the trash can. He'll use it again later.
Yeah, I'm not there.
The same paper plate.
I would, actually. Like, if this cup here was mine, I would save it for at least a year or two.
You
just
wouldn't
like-
I
wash
like that.
No.
That's resourceful.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like it would build up my immune system as things grew.
Everything builds up your immune system. I feel
exactly. I
like.
feel like I would.
So
just keep
speaking,
doing
like
it.
I use the same coffee. I'll use the same coffee cup like more than once.
Yeah.
So he put some cinnamon gum one time in my coffee cup, and I'm like drinking it the whole time, and I'm thinking like, this tastes like cinnamon. Like I just had this weird taste.
Because I spit my gum out.
Why would you
I
do
got
on
to the
purpose?
bottom of
Yeah.
my coffee cup, and there was a piece of cinnamon
Yeah,
gum.
Because
What
we got a
made
new-
you spit gum in a cup?
Well, I didn't spit it. Like I was just like I was done with the gum. I was like, "There's a cup. I don't want to put it on the counter, so I put it in there."
What
He
about the
doesn't put
trash
shit in
can?
the
Then we
trash.
bought like a Keurig. We had never had a Keurig before, so we
Right.
bought one. And she's like, we had our first cup, and she put the same cup. And she's like, "Man, this Keurig's really weird. It makes everything taste like really cinnamony."
That's
What-
my
Yeah, that's yeah, so
My
what,
chewed gum.
What cup are you using? Oh, yeah, it might be a reason. Check the bottom of that.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
for
she's
my
really it was good.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
so
you weren't on the
glad that you guys are
receiving
making
end.
it. It's really
Yeah.
is.
Every time I get a coffee cup, I'm going to check the bottom of it now.
Yeah,
Just
but
in case. Especially if
definitely.
Butch has been over.
But there's
Butch finds cups
so there was
that throws
another
gum
time
in.
though, thinking of that I drugged her. Actually, it was
Oh
You
my
like
gosh.
roofied her?
well, technically. I was reading this thing
Because that's what we're doing tonight with tequila.
Yeah, it was saying that girls or guys could become aroused with niacin. Right? I don't know.
Oh yeah.
But
Okay.
yeah, because it increases blood flow.
Oh, okay.
Because I
So
need help, apparently.
Yeah, so I thought it was a long time ago. It was back in the day when she didn't really give it up. But I was like,
Well,
what?
that's that 20 stage,
Yeah.
you know, where they're just like, oh, we're having babies, we don't care.
Yeah, so I took
It's
a
one job.
little niacin capsule, popped it up, and put it in her wine. And then we were drinking. So I thought, maybe if this kicks in, she'll get some blood flowing, this will be good. Well, she started getting that flushing thing.
Oh.
She's like, I think I'm having an allergic reaction to this wine. She's like, scratching.
He's like, don't drink anymore. Don't drink anymore. I'm like,
I was like, you might not want to drink anymore. You should be good. Yeah. And then, she started freaking out. She's like, I think you need to call 911. Like, I think my throat's closing off.
Oh,
and stuff. And
no.
she was like, scratching.
Were you freaking
turning
out
around.
inside?
No, because I knew what was going on. I was like, I just didn't want to tell her.
He was like, no, you're just getting horny.
this
Yeah.
was like in
Dude,
the
hey.
then this was in like the last 5 years because we were in our house that we're in now.
Listen, I was trying to pretend you were like not horny a long time ago. But yeah,
Well, she has a 3-year-old, right?
Yeah.
A 3-year-old. That means 3 years ago she was not horny.
it's back in
She
the
was
day.
having babies.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, that does not get you wound up, I don't think. Unless that's one of your fetishes. I'm sure there's baby...
Definitely not his
Like, there's
fetish.
probably...
I've got some good friends
No.
that are into that.
No.
Man, you got cuckold friends. You got birth
No, I've-
birth fetish friends.
Yeah, I do actually, right?
It's like, oh,
they're friends that they like.
finally we're at the 8th month. Let's get it on.
Yeah. I do have. They're really highly turned on by pregnant women.
Interesting.
No, I've heard that.
Yeah, I'm not. But.
No.
Just like some people are turned on by big old pepperonis.
Pepperoni nipples. Or dime-sized nipples. Or
Don't make
nickels.
fun of my nickels. Are okay.
Nickels would
Yeah,
be
nickels
better.
are pretty
I
big.
think that
Pennies.
nickels are not that big. Yours are dime or less.
It's time to get the nips out.
Those dimes.
Those are brown,
I-
right?
yeah.
Would you call that brown?
you
What
call that
color
brown?
did you call that earlier?
Man, I need to trim those. Last time I nipped it though. I nipped the nip.
Yeah.
It nicked the nip. See, look how uncomfortable people are.
Flash.
It's a man nipple. Man nipples are not offensive.
Why is that? Can I ask
And you
a
know
question?
what? Women nipples are not
Don't
offensive.
hit the
I would
tape.
love to see some
You
women
just
nipples.
love to see all
Yeah.
them women walking
Listen,
around with their nipples
I'm
out.
okay with it.
If you wear, but I know what you're saying. So if you wear pasties, right, it's everything's good. You just take that little tiny.
Yeah, what is
One
it?
inch
But,
That brown
pasty
spot.
but
Yeah.
can,
Bam.
can I ask a
Yeah.
question? Why is it okay for men to walk around without shirts and nobody bats an eye?
Because we
But
don't
that's
feed
only-
children with our nipples.
That is only in America.
Yeah.
If
That's true.
Because you go like
We're
even
soft.
you go down to Miami, Like, people
Them
are...
titties are out, man.
They don't even care. There's more the merrier. Butts, titties,
Yeah.
That's crazy.
anything. And it's just, like, we're the abnormal ones.
Yeah.
Like, why?
We are abnormal.
But why? And I
don't
asked this
like
question not long ago. But why do men have nipples? What's the purpose of them?
You can
Just in
milk
case-
anything that has a nipple.
That's what he said.
I like that. Yes.
That's what he said.
If,
You,
listen,
in fact, cannot
if
get any
something
milk out of
happened to
this.
y'all,
You don't know.
I could
If
like
you
I
try
do.
long enough.
I feel like with the right hormones, we can get some milk out of those nipples.
And you know what the thing is, though?
Maybe.
You know what, though?
I'm gonna order that on Amazon
Here's
too.
the thing, though. The
Shit, the
nipples
party's
are
coming on
sensitive.
Monday.
Man nipples are
very
sensitive,
true.
too. I love
Yeah.
the
I'm not
sensitivity of the
talking about
nipples.
sensitivity, but you don't. They serve no purpose.
They do.
What?
It's decoration.
Decoration.
How weird would a chest look without nipples?
If it's a man's chest, it would look perfectly fine.
No,
without
it
nipples.
wouldn't. That'd be weird.
I just think men nipples are weird.
They are weird.
I
agree.
think they are.
I think all
Most
nipples are
things
weird if
with
you're really
men are
focused
weird.
on them.
Yeah, they are
Man,
really.
I don't. I think everything with a man is weird.
No, I can't believe women get with us.
I can't
I would-
believe
if I was
men
a
get
chick,
down
I
there.
would
You
get
know
with
what I'm
a
saying?
I know,
I don't get it.
No, like usually the more clothes we have on, the more attractive we are, right? A good 3-piece suit, a good tuxedo.
Yeah.
No, good board shorts. You throw a Speedo on, fuck. It all went downhill.
No, it's not good.
Only
And
in
I don't
America.
understand the
Only in
phenomenon
America.
with guys
Yeah.
that think it's a good idea to send a dick pic.
No.
I tell my boys that all the time.
Do
I said
you?
nobody wants to see that thing. My 12-year-old is like, enough, Mom. Enough. I'm like, listen,
He needs
ain't
to know.
no girl
Yeah.
want to see that.
You're a good mom. He
No,
needs to know.
a woman's got to be in a very, very serious, horny place to want to see it, and she's got to find it on her own.
I think
gotta
it's
be
just weird.
It's got to be something that she discovers on her own.
Yeah.
You don't
Yeah.
send it after the first date,
Yeah.
and it's like,
Hey, how are
Or
you?
in 8th
this
grade,
went
'cause
well.
you just
I
wanna...
think I'm going to send you a picture of my mushroom. I mean, no.
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 Who should
No.
you send a picture of, Lisa?
A smile.
Your beautiful eyes.
Or I would
Yeah.
send a picture of my nipple. I'm
No,
proud
don't
of
do
my
that.
nipples, man. I would shave them a little bit better, maybe rub some oil
I
on
think
them.
you're really proud of your nipples.
My nipples
Yeah.
are money. But it was funny.
They are. They're dimes.
Oh, no.
Little of money.
No. Here's the funny thing, because I played ball every Thursday, and my good friend Meg would play ball with me, and she's all-time leading scorer high school level for West Virginia.
Yeah.
Over Jerry West.
Oh,
She
nice.
was a really good ball player. But we would play, and she goes to New Orleans, and she comes back, and we're playing ball, and she goes, I got you something. And she comes up to me, and it's this thing with all these holes in it, and it has nipple sizes. And she goes, measure, you got those tiny nipples. And you, put your nipple in it. It's from New Orleans.
Do you still have it? Where's it? Is it in a
I
pocket?
don't know where it is. I don't think
Is it in your suit pocket?
Where's
Is
it?
it?
I don't think it's in my soup. The soup pockets are empty.
What did it mean? What did it have?
They
Like a
had
meaning?
sayings above each.
So like a medium
circle.
nipple meant like you were a real man? Or
No, it
like
didn't
if you
mean
had a
anything.
pepperoni, you were like a
There was a
real
big one.
man.
I think it was for women. I think it was because women show their tits at Mardi Gras,
So
right?
you
yeah.
have a dime-sized woman nipple.
No, women have big old fat.
You just said the thing was for a woman, and you measured a dime.
Well,
it didn't
just
say
makes you
dime.
at
It
the
just
lower end
said
of the
it just.
spectrum.
Yeah, I mean,
So you have a small lady's nipple.
Basically,
Good
what the story
perky
of this?
nipple.
I like my nipples. You can make fun of them all you
I'm not
want,
making fun of them. They're cute.
My nipples
It's
are
fine.
fine.
It's totally
and they're
fine.
perfect.
Yeah.
They're perfect the way they
They
are.
are, Jeff. They are
And
great.
they don't overwhelm anybody that wants to put their mouth on them.
We've all seen it, and we all think they're fine.
But do they get circlish hair on them?
like
Pubic
curly hair.
No, I keep them shaved pretty
Well,
good.
but,
I
yeah.
try to.
See, that's another. Why do you get hair on your nipples?
Yeah.
That's weird. Yeah.
Well, it's just
That
like
is
some
weird.
men have like a hairy back. Like
Yeah.
why?
That's
That's why I
zero
think-
to do with my nipples.
But that means it makes sense. Like you got hair on your back, you got hair on your nipples. you
Yeah,
got
if you're a
hair-
hairy person, you're a hairy
You
person.
just get hair.
Yeah, I guess. I mean,
Some people are more hairy than others. I mean, what is it?
Yeah, I don't know.
That goes all back to the ape thing.
Yeah.
It
We
goes
had this
back
conversation
to-
the other night.
We did. What are we talking about?
We won't say what we were talking about.
Yeah,
Friend
say
of-
what
a
we're
friend
talking
of ours
about.
who was apishly
Harry.
just.
I don't know if I was involved in this conversation. She has a lot of conversations sometimes that I'm not involved with.
Are you just are you there but not there?
No,
Or
I
You
not
were
think
sure?
there.
She
Where were
pretends
we?
I'm there, and then I'm like, man, that was your other boyfriend.
He would not know the same conversation like
See?
this.
There you go. Your other boyfriend went now?
Anyway, I'm not saying any names.
But they were talking
So
about.
is this your boyfriend that's got the hairy back?
No, I will never have a boyfriend that has hairy backs. I'm a thing.
That's not your thing?
You gotta. I feel like, what's the rules to shaving? If you are a hairy person, if you're a hairy man, what's the rules of shaving? I get the chest, I get the back, I obviously get the manscaping. But do you shave your arms and legs?
No, no leg shaving.
I work out with some girls that shave their arms. That just weird.
I can't shave. Brooke shaves her arms.
They
It drives me crazy.
I can't imagine shaving my arms.
Like,
every day.
I don't have dark hair though.
Knew
But what if your hair? You don't either. What if our hair on our arms was dark? Would you
I
shave them?
don't think I
I
would.
knew a
I
girl
think
that,
I'm-
What if you had
turn
hand
on
hair?
the stove and
That would be
light
weird.
them on fire.
That
She's
would be
got a
weird.
problem.
Like toe
No,
hair.
but it made a lot of sense.
Toe
She's like, I
hair
just
is
throw it
weird.
in and then I just
Toe
push
hair
it
would
off.
be creepy.
She like it's like she catches my hair and like.
Yeah, it makes sense.
What are you talking about? Toe hair?
Do you have toe hair?
I love toe hair.
Yeah, my big toe. I shave my toes. Yes, I do. I'm not ashamed of that.
You
I shave
should
my
be.
toes.
You
I
should be
couldn't shave
very
my one
ashamed
toe
of
that
it.
I.
She shaves it. She takes care of it.
I
Right, it's
do.
okay.
She
I'm
should
just
be
saying you
embarrassed
don't
that she-
have.
You have hairy toes. I know you do.
I'm a
I've
man.
seen 'em.
I'm a man from an ape. I should have hairy toes.
Am I the only woman that has hairy toes?
No.
No, there's.
No.
I don't, but my mom does.
I shave them.
Yeah.
I do. But I feel
She
like
shaves hers
if
too.
my arms.
Don't worry, me and Butch do. We're all in this together.
Yeah.
We all got hairy toes and
I
hairy
feel
nose.
like it's abnormal if you don't have hairy toes.
Thank you.
I
Yeah.
just felt my toe. I don't have hairy toes.
So
Okay.
I just want to be a Sasquatch secretly. I mean,
Yeah.
He does like him some weird
Bigfoot.
shit.
yeah, I do.
Really?
Yeah, I do.
We have a friend that likes Bigfoot.
Oh, Russ.
Russ. Yeah,
Yeah.
you know that.
Russ-
His birthday, we're gonna do a
Oh,
workout.
yeah, he
We're gonna
comes
do
here.
a workout
Oh
for
yeah,
him.
you know Russ. That's right. I forgot. You do.
Yeah.
He's a big Bigfoot guy.
Big
He
Bigfoot.
brought Butch a book.
Yeah.
But you know,
Oh.
Bigfoot's like there's creatures that are bigger than Bigfoot that really exist.
Okay,
So
but-
why
but
would-
some people
a
like-
wolverine. But
Yeah,
I
it's
agree.
like-
things.
But I like the mythical, just like her magic trick.
Man, next time you got to bring the
The
magic trick
mystery.
on the
I'm
podcast.
just disappointed y'all
What's this
haven't seen
magic
it.
trick consist of? Can you tell?
Just
is it a
red
card?
scarf.
It's just
Just
a
a
red
red
scarf.
scarf. Make it
Doesn't that turn you
disappear.
on?
Do you like red?
let's do it. Let's do it. I like it. You're gonna take it.
It came in the kit. It has nothing to do with red.
Yeah, see, I get this magic. Want to see the slime disappear?
Oh, don't go in your shirt.
It's gone.
It sure is.
Holy crap!
Watch. It'll come out of my tooth. Like,
Oh, look at that!
it's
Have
magic.
another shot. Have another shot.
I'm gonna go get something. I'm gonna go get some whiskey.
The first magic trick up in the closet, and I didn't get it on video.
See, we all got magic, but, you know.
I don't have a bit of magic.
No.
We got a whole kit.
You do?
It's like for 3-year-olds.
She's
I
excited.
love it. I love it.
We can make the red ball disappear.
I bet
Everything
you can.
sound like it sounds
I
really,
bet you can.
yeah, little red rocket. Yeah. Yeah, little lipstick thing.
You know.
Oh, that's too
Oh yeah,
funny.
yeah. The thing that girls keep in their purses.
What? Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. There's that.
Yeah, those things.
Yep.
Here's a random question I was thinking about earlier today before we got here, but what, so when thinking of working out, I was thinking of Angie, because when you post that video before we got here, so do you, when you work out, or what is your goal? I guess it's kind of a hard question, but for me to articulate, but I'm thinking of like for example, I guess this is the best way to put it. Like when I, nowadays, I've worked out so long or taught at gym so long, like my goals are different. Like, so like my goal no longer is to teach somebody jujitsu, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if your goal is so long to like teach somebody to work out. Is it more like to have, improve their life or give them happiness or goal? Does that make sense? Like,
Yeah.
I enjoy the happiness.
Yeah.
That like people when they get their first 60-second plank or their
Yeah.
you know like I enjoy that.
Yeah.
Because somebody, not to cut you off, but somebody was asking me the other day, like, do you get burnout teaching? Because he teaches jiu-jitsu now. And I said, yeah, of course I do. So, and I said, but this is why, like, I get burned out teaching jiu-jitsu.
Right.
Because I've taught the same moves, more or less, for 30 years.
Right.
But here's what makes me excited. So,
Right.
like, that's kind of what I was thinking.
Right. I think it's individual though, because different things make me excited for different people depending on your goals. Like whether it's, a mom who just had a baby and thinks and is down on herself and is feeling negative about herself and feels like she's ugly, feels like she's overweight, feels like her husband's not attracted to her, to get her back to that feeling
confidence.
good about herself.
Yeah.
And then take it to like some of the elderly people who thought they would never, didn't even know what a plank was.
Yeah.
You teach them a plank, and now you watch them practicing it.
Mm-hmm.
And they come up to you and they'll be like, now I can do it. So it just depends on,
Yeah.
the person. Or if it's a teenager who's not confident in herself.
Yeah.
And
I
then comes and starts working out.
Because I think that working out is just like can improve so many aspects of someone's life.
Oh, yeah.
Like I have to do it for my mental. Like I gotta go
yeah.
and just get rid of all that in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's kind of part of what I was saying earlier about learning a new skill. So, like, flying, for example, right, is part of learning a skill. It's something I picked, but it's not really, the flying's cool, right? But it's also part of learning the new skill. So, me being happy, like, for example, I think that the instructor, I don't know his, obviously his goals, but that's how I figure he would be, right? I'm going to go up there and I'm going to fly and I'm going to be like, oh, that's really cool, and it's blah, blah, blah. He's probably been doing this 30 years. So what's he get off of it other than me paying him money to do that, right?
Right.
But that's kind of, and that's how I feel like our job is, what we do now is more like, the working out is great. People losing weight is great. All that stuff's great. But what else do they get out of it, right? Like those are the things that's unmeasurable and unquantifiable, and probably the coolest things out of everything, right?
I just like them to get to feel better about themselves, so they even not only can they improve the way they look, the way they feel, but their relationships. Because I know that when I was out of shape and overweight, I felt unattractive,
Right.
and it affected mine and Jeff's
when you have that confidence,
yes,
it changes your life.
Oh, yeah,
like you're
for
happy
sure.
for people. It just makes you a better person.
Yeah, no, I agree,
Seriously.
and it improves your confidence and in your relationships with your spouse, with your kids, with everybody.
Yeah.
So
What, alcohol?
no.
Sorry,
Jeff just came in for this conversation.
Jeff left the conversation when it pertained to anything else.
I'm back.
Back to bleaching
whole-
buttholes. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Okay.
Wait, what were y'all talking about?
No, you're not
Working
interested.
out, how much it makes your life
But
better.
it's not really
this
working
mine?
out, right? Just I
No.
mean, I
Yeah.
agree. I think, for example, at our gym and people that come up now, so my goal really is to see them probably change their life in some way.
Yeah.
Not really get good at jiu-jitsu. And that doesn't mean that I want them to get good at jiu-jitsu because they come to get good at jiu-jitsu or good at fighting or good at boxing or whatever. So my goal really is that through that vehicle or through that thing is to get better at their overall person, right?
Yeah, and the way
Yeah.
the way they feel about themselves.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what I try to get to.
Like people come in the evening class, they've had a shitty day at work. So I'm like,
Yeah.
I bet you'll leave here happy. You
You'll
know?
break 'em.
Yeah, then we do. They'll leave
beat it
here
out.
like much better.
And I think sometimes, and I don't know why I was thinking about this earlier, but I think that sometimes obviously, we're talking about it so we get it, but sometimes trainers don't get that, right?
Right.
And that's why they get burned out, or maybe they even quit. They started a gym or start that kind of thing, and then they stop doing it. 'Cause
Right.
really, it's not about that stuff. That is part of it, right?
Yes.
Because somebody's paying us to learn to work out and to lose weight, to do jiu-jitsu, to kickbox or whatever, right? So that's
Right.
part of it. But it's the other part. So that's why I don't get mad when, for example, in jiu-jitsu, if somebody quits as a blue belt, right? Like, that's frustrating for me because I put all this time into them, all this effort into them. I want them to go to all the way to black belt, not because of any other reason other than it's part of the journey.
Right.
But even if they quit, I don't even think those people realize. That's why I'm friends with them for life, because I feel like
Yes.
I've helped them
Right.
in life at some point. And vice versa. Those
Right.
times those people give up. That energy that they give me,
Right.
that helps me in my life too.
Right.
You know what I mean? If that
No, I
makes
totally
sense.
agree. And that's why I posted that video tonight, just because everybody has, no matter who you are or what your profession is, whether we're, you and I are into fitness or whatever, you always have a feeling of insecurity. Everybody has an insecurity.
It always crosses.
And people will look at, leader, like personal trainers or people who are in the industry thinking
and
that
it's hard.
it's so easy for you and you must not have any insecurities. Yeah, I do, girl. Like, yeah, I do.
And then you're held up to a different standard.
Yes.
So like you
And it puts
gain
a lot
that
of
couple
pressure.
couple pounds, and then you're like, that's a messes with you. It's just like you're held to something more.
Yeah. And that's what I try to explain to him before, too, that, you're held to all this, and it's a lot of
No, I
stress.
see it.
Yeah.
I
It's a
see it.
lot
I
of pressure,
watched.
you know what I
It's-
mean? But we all have
But
insecurities.
and then we probably put a lot more on ourselves.
Yeah.
But that's what we need.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah,
To
but
keep your edge.
But I just
Yeah.
like to show everybody that everybody has insecurities, no matter who you are, no matter
Yeah.
what you're doing. And we're all the same.
Right.
It's just what you do with it. So that's kind of why I posted that video. But
No,
Anyway,
I think if
to
you're
answer
a
your question.
legit person that's not crazy, right?
Right.
Like I don't think in anything I do in my whole life that I'm the best or even like the top anything of anything.
Yeah.
That's not my goal. Like, I think if I did jiu-jitsu, if I do boxing, kickboxing, everything that I do, I think I'm the best that I can be.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to try to make the other person the best that I can make them. Doesn't mean that I'm saying that I'm better than anybody else out there.
Right.
Because all those people still influence me to this day. It doesn't even matter if the person's like just started. Sometimes I learn things from just what people say.
Oh,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like, and people that come into the gym that know nothing, sometimes they say something about the things that we're talking about that, you know, makes a light bulb go
They
off
go-
in my head.
yeah,
Yeah,
to
their
open your head.
perspective from a different
Yeah.
place that you can't see.
And that's
Mm-hmm.
then maybe an
And but you have to be
outsider, like,
open-minded
Yeah.
to think, and I think that's what sets you apart from people. Is like being able to always be willing to learn, knowing that you're not the best, that you can always
Yeah.
do better.
Yeah.
That's why I think it's funny, like, you know, you have an outsider, like, because obviously also being somewhat public like we are, like, you obviously you post videos, I post videos, everything that we do, it doesn't even matter about us. Like, everybody in the world now posts stuff on social media, which
Right.
means you're open to skepticism, to criticism, to
Yep.
people talking trash about you.
Yeah.
I don't care, because people don't know, like, I'm not trying to be whatever sometimes people think that they think I'm trying to be. I'm not trying to be anybody.
Right.
I don't care, like, I've had people say, like, yeah, you post all these inspirational things are stupid or something, which I don't actually, but I think, who cares? Like, because they'll say, or they say, like, I've heard somebody say, like, something about, like, having a fake life or something because you
Yeah.
post all this positive stuff. You're not, like, your life's not like that. Well, no shit. Do you want me to post negative stuff every day? Like,
Yeah,
hey,
nobody wants to
today
see that.
yeah, like, nobody wants.
Yeah,
that's what we're
that's-
supposed to inspire other people and be happy, right? Like,
Exactly.
And I'm
when
not
you,
trying to pretend my life's perfect. It's
no,
not.
and when
I'm
you
saying,
post that
hey,
stuff,
let's
you're
go do
talking
it.
to yourself too.
Yeah, exactly.
Because
Same
you have
thing.
to tell yourself positive things. Because if you're
Absolutely.
repeatedly telling yourself negative things, then you're going to believe them.
Yeah.
So
You got to feed the positive.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You got
Negative
to.
people are going to bring you down, right?
Yes.
So, like,
You gotta
I
get
would
them out of your
prefer
life.
to follow
Yeah.
people. Like, I've heard Joe Rogan talking his thing about following the Rock, and people you know, talk crap about him or whatever. But that's the thing. Wouldn't you rather follow somebody that is talking about inspirational things that motivates you to go out and work out? Like, this guy's getting off an airplane at 4 a.m. and going working out, and you're
Yeah.
like, man, if that guy can do it, I should do it. Or look, I'm so lazy. I just got work and
Right.
I don't feel like doing nothing. He get off a plane at 4 a.m. and worked out. Like,
Right.
I would rather be around stuff like that. So when somebody
Sure.
says something like, you're having a, you know,
they're
fake
just
life or
unhappy with
whatever.
themselves.
Yeah, and it truly doesn't bother me. When somebody says that, I'm not going to say that it doesn't bother me when they say, say
Yeah.
that to my face. But I'm not going to have the argument with them about all that. But the point is, like, people need to think about that. Like,
Yeah.
we should all draw from inspiration for other people and feed positive. Like, if we hung out, and I've been, Lisa and I talked about that before, like, you can easily get trapped into people's stuff. Like, if somebody comes in to our gym every day, or even in your workplace every day, and they're like, life sucks, I've worked all day today, and blah, 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 and you just
Yes.
fall all day every day, like, that is exactly how you'll feel, right?
Oh,
But if
yeah.
you put yourself
Yeah.
around people that
That's-
are just, like, go-getters, and they want to go out and do that stuff, then you're going to be like those people.
Absolutely.
And that's what I try to be around, those people. So, like, I feel like sometimes a lesser version of the people that I admire, you know what I mean? And then we should all be like that.
That's
Yeah.
where you want to be, though. You want to be
Always hanging
wanna,
with people that are
people
doing
that are
better than you.
That
Yeah.
are better than you. You want to try to, because people bring you down.
Yeah.
For sure.
Especially
Suck energy out of it,
the negative people.
Yeah.
It's awful. It
Yeah.
sucks the life out
Ones
of
that
you.
make up lies and all that good
Yeah,
stuff.
it's not good.
No. But, and that's good. I mean, I guess that was my, why I want to ask you about that stuff. Because, I mean, that's the thing that you got to think about, too. Sometimes we forget why we do the things that we do. Like, I don't have a gym. And I'm sure you guys are doing the same thing. Like, the goal of everything we do is not to make money, right? But the goal of everything I do has to be sustainable, right? So it has to be ran
Absolutely.
as a business,
Right.
or it won't succeed. I've had 8-9 gyms in my life that failed because I couldn't pay the bills. But at the same time, I had 60-70 people in there. They just weren't paying the bills,
Yeah.
So then that's because I wasn't running it as a business. Now it's running as a business, not because I'm trying to make money, but because I don't want my life's work, my hobby, to fall apart, right?
Right.
Well, and
So
two,
sometimes it'll succeed, it'll make money. Sometimes it won't, right? But I shouldn't be like, you're just trying to make money, do this. No, like, I'm trying to make money so the thing don't fall apart. So
Right.
don't
because if
interfere,
it fall, but you got to, at some point you got to say, okay, because when I look at what Butch and Lisa have with these people in this community, if you don't run it like a business, you're letting all those people down
Right.
because
And
it's going
people
to
respect
disappear.
it more when they're paying
They
for
do.
things and they're a part of
Yes.
it. And
And you weed out some negative stuff,
Yeah,
right? You
for
weed out
sure.
the bottom feeders, and I don't mean that like
No,
they're bad
you're
people. I
right.
just mean people that are just
gonna suck the life out of
sucking
you.
the
Yeah.
life out of your
Yeah.
gym or the people
Yeah.
at your gym. You don't
Yeah.
want negativity in those classes.
I've heard people say like, "Well, you don't need this money. You shouldn't cost this or that to do that." Like, those people
They
are
don't
crazy.
know.
Yeah, like
They don't know what it costs you.
my time, and just like everybody's time in the world, that's what they don't understand. Is very valuable, right? Like I'm giving up my time to spend with my wife, my kids, to be here to help
Which
you.
Right.
really, you'd probably be more profitable if you just shut it all down, right?
Well, exactly.
Literally, if you shut
Yeah.
it down, you just had
Yeah.
your day
Besides the
job.
tax write-off, it's a
Yeah.
good
Yeah,
tax
right.
write-off.
Exactly.
But
That's
how do you
it.
how do you put a price on that? The price that I'm giving away from my family and my kids. You can't put a price tag on that. Is
Yeah.
that worth $25 an hour? Is it worth $75 an hour? It's invaluable, really, right?
Well, if anybody
you have to
says that
find
you're
the-
not
I feel like
your
I've-
pricing is better than anybody,
That's
in
the
town.
thing. Like our pricing is cheaper than anybody of equal
Right.
value anywhere. And
Anywhere.
people still complain, but that's the part that they don't get. Right? Is that you're not paying for that. You're not paying for my knowledge even really, because you could go on YouTube and probably learn everything I'm going to show people. Right? But what you're paying is the time. And really the extra effort that I'm putting into somebody because I really care, right?
Right.
Because it hurts my feelings if somebody disappears.
Oh,
It
sure.
doesn't hurt my feelings for a paycheck. I could care less. It hurts my feelings because I put all my time and effort in really care and heart and soul into a person to make them what they can be.
I think that's
if
what
they
hurts my
disappear.
feelings the most is like because you become a family.
You
You're
do.
there. You're together 3 days a week for a year.
Yes.
And then they get
And
a
they just fall
boyfriend.
off,
They get a
right?
boyfriend or something, and then they disappear.
I know.
And that hurts my like. It
happens
hurts
all
because
the
it's
time,
like
yep.
your family.
Yeah.
It does.
But you know it's gonna happen. Like I know it's
Yeah.
gonna
Sure.
happen. That's why I try
Yeah.
not to get like too involved in people's lives,
You
personal
know what,
lives.
though, what I've seen in
Yeah.
that is that they come back.
They do.
Typically,
I don't know. You
If
it's
you're a good
wild.
person, right?
Yeah.
get-
If you
and
if
that's
you're
like-
like you are, like
Yeah.
you're like, okay, so, I mean, they fall off.
But you
whatever
say,
happens.
But then
Yeah.
I understand too where we come from. Like
But they
we
feel, like I
only-
feel welcome coming back to your place. I
For
was
sure.
there for 2 or 3 years, and then I
Yeah.
get a different job, and I fall out of the habit, and I stop
That's
coming.
the difference, right? Because
I
it's
don't
like
feel like I'm unwelcome.
yeah, and then that's because that's the difference is when a person's genuine because you say, I know, we're friends for life.
Yeah,
If we met at
yeah.
the gym and we became friends, we're friends for life. We're not friends because it's a business.
Right.
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 Then
Or
you'd be
other
like,
people,
screw
that's
you,
how
you
you can
quit
tell it's a
coming, you quit
business.
paying.
Yeah, or
Right.
You're
if
not-
you switch
yeah.
gyms, for example, some people are like, well, F that guy, he went to the gym down the road.
Right.
I'm like, well, no, if you're really my friend,
Yeah.
You'll
then
see.
okay.
You'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
to the
You,
gym,
like
and I'm not
I
gonna
know
worry
my.
about that stuff.
I know.
Yeah.
My,
But then I'm
worth.
really your friend
Yes.
though. See, for me, from a loyalty from like you, I would never join I'd never even.
But
do
I
But
even
you
tell
can
people
do
like
it,
I
right?
teach
Yeah.
one thing.
I mean,
Like,
it's
I know
I
how you
encourage
are,
you. Go
but
out
I
and
would never be
try.
able to do
Like
that.
I don't
Yeah.
want you
Like
to
it's
get
Butch.
so bored with
Well,
my
and
class
yeah, exactly.
But then
that
we're
you stop
closer
working out
to it.
altogether.
Yeah.
So I encourage. Like I just want you to work
Oh.
out. I just want you to be healthy.
She's done that a bunch.
100%. I totally, and I encourage like the cross training. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I know 2 or 3 of my people that's tried your class, and I've told them to. Like, they're like, "Do you know anybody that does kickboxing around here?" I'm like, yeah.
As a
And it's a great cross training thing. It's a
Yeah.
great, you know what I mean? So that
I have no intimidation of
Oh.
anybody going anywhere. Like I just
No.
want people to better their life.
Yes.
And I only offer class in the evenings.
Yeah.
And I don't work out in the evenings, so
Yeah.
I can imagine like how hard it is.
yeah,
To work out in the evenings.
Right.
But I don't think people get that how important that is for you, as even if you just want to look at it strictly from a business standpoint.
Yeah.
Whenever you're genuine and you're like, it's like any kind of relationship. When you're like, do what's good for you.
Yeah.
I support you. They're going to always gravitate back to you
yeah.
because you're that soul. You're that
That-
person in their
yeah.
life that's like,
yeah.
I'm here for you, whether you're with them
Or you can go to other
or
gyms.
whether
and
you're
they,
with me.
They tell you not to go to other places.
Yeah.
Like
Instead of where
imagine?
should I go, you should
Yeah.
go anywhere.
yeah, this is where it's at. This
Yeah.
is the best.
I'm the one that's helped you get to this level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why would you ever go anywhere else? Why would you talk to?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Maybe
Whereas
I don't
as a
fit
teacher,
you
you're
anymore.
like, yeah, go train with them. See where,
Yeah.
our levels are at.
Yeah.
See. And then I think like that's a lot of people have problems
yeah.
with that part.
But that takes a lot of like just security and confidence
Yeah.
in yourself. That knows
But,
that,
yeah,
you know
I
what
wasn't
I mean. That
like
you're
that as younger. Right?
Yeah.
Like I had two
Oh,
different,
yeah.
Oh yeah, well I think that's
Yeah.
just as a younger, yeah.
I mean, for sure. I mean, but I think that's the thing. I think, especially in my sport, like MMA, jiu-jitsu type, it was like a gang mentality back then.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Where people would be like, if you're not at our gym, you're with the enemy. So then we're going to fight you because
Yeah.
it's more like that's what we're doing anyways, fighting.
Yeah.
So if you're with the enemy, you're going to fight one of my guys and we're going to kill you, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Where now it's like, it's just whatever.
Yeah.
Come on. Like,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're not a gang.
Yeah.
We're not the Blood and Crips or whatever.
No,
you know?
it's you see him at the whatever the competitions or whatever. And
I mean, and it did take maturity to do that. So that's what I get.
Yeah.
Like when I see that still happening, like I.
But
get
then
it,
again,
you know?
like the gym is not your business. I mean, like
would-
like it's
yeah,
not
yeah.
feeding your family.
Yeah.
So that
But
that
it's not
really-
as cutthroat, right?
that really
Yeah.
like
There's also-
alleviates a lot when you know like
Yeah.
you're not because I think if that was like your sole income, like it would probably be
It would-
like
Everyone
it would be at
matters,
first.
right?
yeah.
Every
You're
page.
gonna do what? You're gonna go where?
Yeah.
But I think even then, knowing the way that I think now, I think that it would ultimately, even at that point, then you'd have to look at yourself in the mirror, right? If somebody left and then you had another person leave, then another person leave. At some point, knowing that having self-realization, I'd be like, all right, I need to look in the mirror. Why are these people leaving?
Right.
Right.
Maybe
Is
is
it
my
about me
fault.
or is it about
Yeah.
them?
Right.
Yeah, then I'd have to start looking in and fixing stuff. So
The
I
best
think
thing
even
to
if
do
it bothered me, I would start looking in the mirror and say, okay, I need to fix something.
Yeah.
And always treat them like you treat your dog. That way they'll want to come back. Act like you don't care. You're like, good. It's about time. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Get out of here. Kick him.
Yeah.
I've been
Get in
hoping
your
you'd
cage.
leave for a long time. Then they're gonna be like, wait a minute, why am I leaving?
Yeah. That works.
He treated me just like his dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That he hates.
Wait, he
I
doesn't
wanna be
want
here.
me.
I
I want
wanna
to go
be
back.
It works best for my female.
I was gonna say, oh well, yeah, that might not
So
work
that
with
explains
dudes.
why
Dudes
the
will be
women's
like, fine,
jiu-jitsu
screw
is
you.
rolling heavy.
You have some women
Explains
jiu-jitsu?
why it's not. Yeah, what's that?
You have women in
We
jiu-jitsu?
do. Not a bunch, but we do.
It's
A few.
a few have picked up here recently, right? Yeah.
The difference is, our place is not a high competition thing. It's never has
Right.
been. So that's a little bit different. So, and the other thing is, I think here's the difference you can do with jiu-jitsu. And this is the way I run my places. You can water it down a whole bunch, right?
Sure.
And that's where you're more self-defense level, where the new Gracies like Henner and those guys, and you can do that, which I think is a great thing. But that's more where you're going to find some the girls and the teenagers and the stuff like that, because nobody's getting hurt. Right?
Yeah.
It's less than that. And then you can have the extreme competition style where you're going to walk in and somebody new is going to get killed
Yeah.
because they don't care because you're going to compete. So we're somewhere in the middle. So it's kind of tough, right? Like you still have to be pretty tough if you're a female to come in, because it's watered down just enough, but you still got to try it. Like you still got to do it. So that's, it's not for everybody, and I'm fine with that. Like it's okay.
And
You know.
Bowman's not allowed to roll with anybody. Right?
He puts
He's
them
a
with
tough
all
one.
the new people. He's like, if you can survive this,
No.
Yeah.
It's like we don't need any new members. That's the plan, right?
Yeah.
We don't need any
how's the
more.
membership going, Coach?
Yeah, we don't need any more. So you can roll with
Yeah.
with Bowman
it's,
if you
it's
want.
a tough one. It's a tough jiu-jitsu and MMA and all that stuff. It's tough. I mean, because you don't want to gyp somebody where they're learning self-defense and stuff, and they think they can go out and fight, and then they get in a real fight where somebody's like
Yeah.
ape shit crazy, and it's not working for them.
Well, that's what I learned with doing the Krav Maga and all that. It's like you learn you don't want to fight, no matter what.
Right.
You
Avoid
don't
the
want to
shit.
fight anybody. You're there to just get away
It's
from the
everybody's
fight at
skill,
worst,
right?
right?
Yeah,
Even
yeah.
if you learn the skill.
Yeah.
It was like I kept thinking, okay, I felt really confident when I was
Yeah.
doing it with Benji and those guys teach, but it's like it was always, you're just learning enough to get out of there.
And that's the point,
Like you
right?
don't want to have to use it,
Yeah,
but you want to be able to keep yourself from getting hurt.
exactly.
Which,
And that's the thing. I think if you train, I look at somebody like Andrew or Lisa, and I'd be like, they could kick my ass, because people that weight, that size, female, male can kick your butt. So you're like, I don't really want to fight. 'Cause no longer, because you look in the bar and be like, that guy, I'm going to beat his butt.
Yeah.
Because it's not true. That guy might be a black belt in jiu-jitsu, black
that's
belt in
the
this and
scary
that.
Yeah.
thing. You know, I
Anymore,
mean,
yeah.
even, you think,
Or they might just have a freaking gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's
Right.
the scary
That's
part,
That's what
right?
freaks me out,
It's
yeah.
like the knife or a gun or...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although
And
we
that's
had
reality.
knife class in Krav, so
Yeah.
I could handle myself with the knife. You know?
Knives still freak me out. I was just literally having
Or
to talk with
bats.
somebody the other day, and I'm like, gosh,
Bat?
man, you're
Like
gonna
a-
get cut.
We were doing the bats
Oh,
in
I thought you
class,
meant like a flying
where you
bat.
could
I'm
learn
like, where
how
are we
to-
going with this?
Batman.
No, not another fet. We're not going to another fet. No more fetish. No fisting.
One for the.
Oh gosh.
Prolapse uterus. yeah. Those are my favorite videos. I'm just kidding.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Oh,
Cheers on the
man.
prolapse uterus. That's my favorite. That's my girl.
Oh wow.
I think I'm sucking used lemons.
Here, here's some fresh
I thought I
lemons.
saw him bring that up.
I brought those for you.
Yeah. After that one appeared out of my mind.
I mean, look at this right here. She
Our
us
girl
a whole,
hooked us
She
up.
brought us a whole lime
The lady at Gonzo Burger hooked us up with some to-go lemons
to go, like a whole one, and
just for our shot pleasure.
We didn't even buy enough.
I
big
didn't even
enough
take a
to-
shot.
We didn't even buy a big enough bottle of tequila
Nope.
to use all her limes.
Shot of Jack.
Nope. I'm good. I'm good. But thank you. You're so kind.
He walked
Jeffrey.
all the way down and got that.
So that's
For
when
me,
our,
right? Yeah, no, for him. He
When our
totally got
oldest
that
son
for
was
him.
3, he used to sing about brush his teeth with a bottle of Jack. Remember
Some
that?
Kesha.
Kesha?
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Kesha. He's like,
Yeah.
Mom, you have any Jack? I need to brush my teeth.
Yeah, yeah,
That
Thank
was
you,
right
Kesha.
after he sang "Sweat Dripping Down My Balls."
yeah. Yeah, we listened to
To the
some high class
window.
music at our house.
To the wall.
That's why I was picking the playlist today, and the
Well,
people were like, "I don't care if my kid hears that." I'm like, "Well, like my kids hear it too, but I'm more worried about the adults in the class being offended than the
exactly.
kids."
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
I was like that too when I had my own studio and I could play my own music.
Yeah.
And I was like, does anybody get offended by music? You know what I mean?
With some
'Cause it's
cuss
like,
words
yeah.
and the P word
And some content.
Well, you got that Cardi B going on now.
You be having all kinds
Oh
of.
yeah,
Cardi B workout.
Cardi B.
Cardi B. always
That is
be
so
tough, man.
funny.
She is. She nasty.
She's a nasty hoe.
That's the thing is, I remember thinking Nicki Minaj was nasty, but she's not.
But she broke the barrier. You know,
She did,
Nicki
and
Minaj broke the
she's
barrier.
broke the floodgates.
She's the one that came out and started acting like a guy. You know,
Yeah.
like you want this, you get that. You know, she
Yeah.
was cocky and yeah. So she broke it open for him.
Yeah.
So Cardi should be thankful.
Yeah, yeah,
She
should
just
be
rolled right
grateful.
in there.
Yeah, she just cleaning up.
yeah, no, yeah, yeah. It's a new whole world now, huh?
I like it.
That's right.
So what else is new? What else we want to talk about?
Oh gosh, we've covered everything from.
Buttholes to Cardi B.
I wonder if Cardi B does the
Bleaching.
She's got to be.
bleach.
She
I
doesn't
would-
need to though.
I would say she does.
Why
though.
do you say she doesn't
She-
need to?
Isn't
what do you
she
think?
dark enough for it
That's
to
what's
not matter?
Do you think they'd go darker though?
Oh.
If
You don't
ble-
need
would it be
bleach
white?
would get white.
Oh.
Then she'd have a white
Then it would be
spot.
like,
It'd be
really?
like, well, we can find it because it's a white spot. It glows. Look for the glow in the dark spot.
You would have a hard time finding it. I mean, it's just there. Like it doesn't.
No,
matter.
I'm saying if she had her butt up in the
Jeff
air in
and
the
I have a hard
dark.
time finding things.
Yeah, unless they're caged.
If somebody has a.
That's so bright white and
Yeah.
bleached
Right?
out.
Don't underestimate us. We have a hard time.
I'm just so confused how you would have a hard time finding it.
Well, I will tell you
Visually, like the point of bleaching it is to make it white to match the white. And if she's black and she bleaches,
She's not
gonna-
black. She's what, Mexican?
okay,
Or
she's darker
she's
than
something.
white.
Latino.
Latino. Yeah.
I'm just thinking if you're good enough, you're not going to have a hard time finding it no matter what color it is.
No, I'm saying from a
You'll find it
looking
eventually.
at it. We're talking
You
about
wanted to
why
get on
you
the
do
first
it.
shot,
Yeah,
right?
I wanna
So
like
not
pull
touching.
that.
Nobody's touching anything. You're looking at like something at a distance and the visual.
But if it was
So the
white,
reason is so
Like if
it
I'm going
matches.
straight in shocker, I want to just know. I'm just going bam.
Right.
Well, if y'all
I
are
don't
good
wanna
enough,
miss.
you would know. You wouldn't miss.
I'm not saying I'm good enough.
Never claim I'm good enough.
definitely want to make sure everything's lined up. Is what you're saying.
Yeah.
You got to have them lined up.
All stars are
Because
aligned.
somebody could be off balance.
Yeah.
There's a good chance.
Yeah.
Sometimes Lisa, like, she gets on her head and gets
Like they
upside
say
down.
someone, and you're like Lisa. You like gotta just. They're like trying to like play it out,
I'm just
and
trying
you're
to think
just
of,
like
these
straight to it.
crazy things that you do. You know.
I'm just crazy in general, so that does not narrow things down.
Yeah. One time, my friend from Oakland, he was in the UFC, several of them actually, long time ago. Like I think the last one he was in UFC 19. But anyway, he didn't know what a shocker was.
He didn't?
No, I had no
This
clue.
was 10 years ago.
He was
Okay,
he's very naive for a UFC
in
fighter.
California.
Wow.
So Lisa explained to him what a shocker was, and
Good
he'll
for you.
never forget to this day. I think literally was it like 2 weeks ago. He's like, Lisa, thank you for my education in West Virginia, because she was calmly like two in the pink and one in the He was like, whoa. It's like this is the perfect explanation.
10 years ago,
Yeah.
like for a female to say that was probably a lot different than now.
Yeah, now
Yeah.
it's just normal, right?
Yeah, it's just like
10
talk.
years
grocery
ago,
store
though,
talk.
It's grocery
You
store
were a
talk.
disgusting lady back
Right.
then.
Or lady in the street.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah.
That was grocery store talk for sure.
Grocery store. I mean, I've never been to a grocery store, but if they're talking about that,
You've never been to
I'm
a grocery
going
store?
now.
I'm in.
You've
Let's
never been to
go.
the grocery store?
No.
We do not shop together. Do y'all shop together? Like, do you go to like Kroger's together?
Yeah, we
I mean,
talked
we-
about
we-
it. One
Not
time.
really.
Yeah, Yes, we
He had a like whole.
When was the last time we were in
Gucci,
Kroger together?
Yes, we do
store.
go grocery shopping together when we go grocery shopping, but I
Oh,
do
that's right,
online
because we do it
ordering.
online.
Oh, yeah.
But we always used to go grocery shopping together. What are you talking
Like,
about?
it would be a nightmare if he went to the store with me. Like, we
Why?
went shopping one time, like 8 years ago, in
Was it when
Pigeon
I was
Forge.
selling the panties in Victoria's
Oh my
Secret and I
gosh,
got kicked out?
that's
No,
so
I'm just kidding.
great.
I'm just kidding.
So we're like shopping in Pigeon
That's-
Forge
that's
at the
a lot.
outlets, and he's like following me, like standing over my shoulder. I'm like, you are supposed to sit on the bench outside.
Do you not know this?
And he's
Yeah.
like just looking like he was a trooper, like a puppy dog.
Yeah. What are you supposed to do?
Sit on the bench
I
outside.
thought I was supposed to sniff the underwear that you're buying. Like, these are good.
like a true dog?
Yeah, those work. Yeah, get those. Get that pair.
And you make fun of our dog.
Yeah. I don't sniff my underwear.
Yo, I'm guarantee you, girl, sniffing your underwear.
I don't know.
She loves you.
Oh, girl
Yeah.
is like, yeah.
I don't know. Old joy.
She's a joy.
That is too funny.
Well, that is true.
Does that make you like her more that she sniffs your underwear?
No. It'd like me. Like I'd like you more if you sniffed my underwear.
No, that's
I think I'm
disturbing.
good with the level of like we're at right now.
Yeah, I think you're at a good level.
If you walked in the bathroom and she literally was sniffing your underwear, you'd be disgusted.
No, I would.
You'd be like, "That's my
probably, like,
girl."
start sniffing her underwear.
And they'd just be standing there awkwardly in the bathroom sniffing
I'd be
each
like,
other.
"You can't even smell. Like, how fair
Yeah.
is this?"
Right? Butch can't smell.
That's sad, man. You can't smell that wonderful
can't.
fragrance.
Ew, Jeff.
Thank God. Thank God.
Seriously, you've got it
I know.
made. I am so jealous right
I know,
now.
so it is pretty
She's like, I
amazing.
don't even bathe.
He don't even. He's like, he don't even care, and I'm like, I care.
Yeah,
That is
no,
the
it's
biggest,
okay.
that is the biggest thing for a woman, like to be so fearful of that, and you don't even have to worry about it.
No,
She's
but
like-
I still
she's
am.
like
So,
blowing-
I'm so overly conscious. I'm still like, I haven't had a shower.
You need to lose your sense of smell for a minute.
Just punch me in the
punch
nose.
him in the nose a couple
Yeah.
times.
Crack me really
Hey,
good.
Butch, punch him in the nose.
I don't know if it'll work on everybody.
Let's not try.
Let's give it a try.
So
Give
my
me a
fr-
50-50
remember,
shot, right?
I like smelling.
Yeah.
I'm okay with the smells.
There's a couple guys
I'm
in
okay
the gym
with the
they can't
smells.
smell either.
Really?
Yeah, all from getting punched
Probably
in
the
the
ones
face.
that don't wash their keys.
I don't like to get punched in the face. I try not to. I don't want CTE.
I don't like it either.
I don't want
Yeah.
any.
No, it does make you stupid. Yeah, for
It
sure.
does make you
I
stupid.
don't know if
Yeah,
it
in
makes you
college.
stupid,
Yeah,
but
for real,
I
no,
don't. I
and-
don't want to be like brain dead at like
Yeah, I mean,
57.
I
like,
started off boxing in '97, and so like '98, I was like, I need
That's
to
good
quit.
though. You remember?
I mean,
You then lose all senses.
No, I mean, I couldn't smell, and then I was trying to take tests, and I couldn't remember, and I had, and I still kind of do, but I had a photographic memory where I could literally look at a book, not even like for a long time. I could just like page, sit down, crush a test. It was
Wow.
it was amazing. So school was amazing because I didn't have to study, didn't have to do nothing. But anyway, like in college, about 97, 98, all that went to hell when I started boxing. Couldn't remember
Interesting.
nothing. It still is. Like I can kind of remember, but I have to work at it probably like a normal person now. But
Like a normal person.
No more freak.
I guess. But,
Welcome to my world.
Like, yeah, yeah. it
You're at a
is.
Except for
normal
he can smell.
You're at a normal
Yeah.
person level. That must be neat.
Yeah. I mean, it's
How does
weird,
that
like,
feel?
I
What's
would
that
literally,
like?
walk into class like in high school, college, and like they'd be like, "We have a test today." And I'm like, "Oh shit!" And like I'd open up a book, boom, 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 get an A in a test, and it was awesome. But I'm not like at that level anymore.
So you're awesome at guessing. No,
yeah,
I'm kidding.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
kidding.
But yeah, it's literally. So I knew before that was a thing. I was like, "There's something wrong with getting hit in the head. It doesn't seem
Yeah.
smart," So anyway, I stopped. So, but also on that side, the way that I boxed was I let you hit me so I could hit you. It's probably not the best box.
You're a counter boxer, right? You could
Complete.
get that.
No, a counter puncher would be if I didn't get hit and then I just hit you. Mine
Well,
was
you were a
like,
puncher counter or
yeah,
whatever.
My trainer Leon called it playing checkers, meaning like you jump and then I jump, which means it's not the best style.
You gotta take. You gotta take one.
Yeah.
So you had a good
It
chin.
is.
I did, and I probably do, but I don't know. And that's the funny thing. I started boxing because I was working at Dollar Tree, and there was like a 16-foot shelf with an 80-pound box of marbles, random marbles that Dollar Tree stole, fell off the top shelf onto my head, which everybody thought would like kill you, break your neck. And I
Bro,
just
you
stood
could have
there.
got paid.
Yeah, I just well, that's the thing. I just stood there, and then I was more embarrassed because everybody was like, "Oh shit!" Like, and I was like, "What? Like, shut up! Like, leave me alone." And they're like, "Man, you just got hit with an 80-pound box of marbles on your head." Like, I was just like, "Yeah, so," and then like I was like, later like stocking the shelves or something. I was like, "Man, I should maybe start boxing or something." like they didn't hurt
Logic.
at all. Yeah.
Logic.
I really could
Yeah.
have took those marbles if I would have had some training. Is
Yeah.
what he was thinking.
Yeah,
So that-
I could have
that's
knocked him
literally-
out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why I started fighting, started boxing anyway. Then
It's all due to some marbles.
yeah. And
They say that just like the damage is done just getting shook, like being in, like
Shaken
not even
baby
not,
syndrome?
like being in a plane or being in,
Yeah.
like getting your body shaken,
Yeah.
like
yeah,
not even getting hit can mess you up.
I really like being vibrated.
Well, I do too. But to take shots, like I
Yeah.
took one today in the garage because I banged my head on it,
Yeah.
I banged my head today
and
too. We both
I'm
did.
sitting there thinking,
Am I
I-
gonna?
You had name it, yeah.
I'm not going to be I'm not going to be able to like photographic memory's gone probably.
Yeah.
That's
So,
not what I
had-
thought because I don't know what it's like to have a
I had
photographic.
like a not bad problem because I liked being hit. Like I just truly.
You liked it?
I did like it. Yeah.
So he's in it, so you can dominate
I know
him.
this. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can borrow the whip if you want.
Halloween
Yeah,
costume.
there's nothing.
Halloween costume.
Yeah, I have a problem. Yeah.
We know
Like
that.
somebody could take.
That's not a problem.
Somebody could take a. I mean, yeah. Somebody could take a big giant stick, not a baseball bat, because that would probably suck. But and hit me in the head, and usually I don't. It doesn't bother me. I
In the
usually,
head?
Yeah, and usually
He gets pissed.
Yeah, I usually get pissed and
Say,
turn around.
"Damn it!"
Cusses. Yeah.
Yeah, and I say,
Oh
"Do it again."
yeah, do it again.
Yeah.
Like if you headbutt him accidentally, like it's bad.
Yeah.
Does that wait?
He like is not happy.
Does that happen?
It
Do you-
doesn't
do-
hurt
wait,
me at all.
Do you headbutt him? Do you headbutt him accidentally?
Maybe once or twice, accidentally.
They're getting it on, and she's like, boom!
Wham!
Yeah. I'm like, do it again. Do it again. Put the cage on.
Put the cage on.
Yeah.
Get the cage.
I like my hair
Please,
pulled.
you've headbutted me 6 times.
I
Take
get it.
the
I
cage
do.
off.
I like my hair pulled.
Yeah.
She does.
I mean,
Yeah.
I get that. Like, I mean, I understand the like pain aspect. I don't want it in my head. I don't want. To be
You don't want to
headbutted.
slam to the headboard.
Yeah.
No, I don't really want to be headbutted at all. That
It's
no
an
interest in
interesting.
that.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
But a good handful of hair is not bad.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Slap to the face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Sometimes
sure.
Lisa
yeah.
spits in my mouth. Yeah.
That stuff. Yeah.
And then sometimes you spit your cinnamon gum into her mouth.
Yeah.
Or my coffee or wherever
He just-
any open holes are
No,
at.
he just is like, here, have some coffee.
I made your coffee for
Here's
you.
your cinnamon coffee.
I'll
babe.
never ask you to. He's like, I'll never ask you to make coffee again.
Yeah, she never.
Score.
Yes.
Here's your cinnamon coffee. Can you throw
Cinnamon
my plate
coffee,
away?
Nice.
It's over by the trash can.
I'm like, I'll never ask you to make me a drink again. I will
Yeah.
just make my own.
Yeah. When he brings you a glass of wine, you're like, nah, I'm
And
good.
he's like checking for floaters now.
Remind me never to accept a glass of wine from Butch.
Those are good old days. This one time I drugged a woman, and I didn't Cosby her that well. I
Another
did.
woman other than me?
No, it's just
Yeah,
me.
how did that? How did that turn out? By the way, you thought you needed to go to the ER, but then what happened?
He got me a glass of wine, and it was better.
A
I think
regular
he actually told me what he
I
did.
think she just laughed, and then
Then you got a
She's like,
regular
oh,
glass.
good, you just drugged me without me knowing it. Oh, I feel so much better
this
now.
Is marriage. This is marriage.
Oh, you were just trying to get me to do things that you really
I
know
was
I
just-
don't want
I
to
mean-
do.
yeah,
yeah.
I was just trying to increase blood flow. That's all.
I was just hoping that
To
the
my
blood
feet.
flow would.
My feet, my feet were cold. My hands were cold.
Trying to make her sopping.
Oh my goodness.
It just didn't work out.
Well, I guess my kids won't be listening to this podcast.
Yeah. Hope my,
Everybody gather round! Everybody gather
Family
round!
time.
It's time to listen to the podcast.
I don't think our kids listen to this podcast. So
We were in the
good.
closet and we
Oh.
talked about stuff.
Yeah.
The hashtags stuff.
Listen.
Hashtag stuff.
Pound me too.
Pound me too.
Pound me too.
Yeah.
Pound. That's what it's going to be. The title. Pound me too with
No.
the Hiles.
It will not. In
They
fact,
will
be
totally
that.
know what that means.
It will not be that. It will not be that.
What other funny story you got there, Lisa?
The Puerto Rico story is always a good.
That's yeah. I was just thinking about you.
Oh,
You
you were on a
This,
different
are you
level.
going to play this podcast during one of your
I will
your
probably
sessions?
not listen to this podcast.
Turn it on during one of your classes.
They will all be sleeping.
She doesn't like to hear
I will
herself.
not.
She's not going to probably
unfortunately.
listen.
I know what we all talked about.
While you're
Yeah, you were
yelling
here.
at 'em.
Yeah, I was here. I was here for the real deal.
You were here.
What's the Puerto Rico?
what's the-
Yeah, Puerto
It's not even
Rico.
that good of a story. don't even
Well, I
think
mean, compared to like, I didn't know what kind of good story you're talking about. Just the fact we went and got and
So there's before Uber, before anything. We couldn't read Spanish, Puerto Rican, obviously. So we get off at Puerto Rico. We're trying to find a ride, right? So we're trying to read some signs, and some guy just was like, "You need a ride," but that's really the only English he spoke.
Oh my gosh.
So we're like, "Sure, man, we'll go." So we're like, he's like, "Follow me," So we go out. So we follow him out, and just getting out of the airport. Just
he
start
picks us
already-
up in his S10.
Yeah, it's already looking
S10. I'm
sketchy.
sitting in the back,
Yeah.
sideways.
Okay.
So yeah. So anyway, so we go into the parking garage, keep going. It's already looking sketchy. Pull up to the street. He's like, "Oh, there's your ride." Not a taxi. And so obviously, so it's an S10, probably from the 1960s, 1970s.
Oh
Toyota type
my
deal.
Clearly, they don't make an S10 back then, but it was all
Fords,
rusty and stuff.
S10s or Fords.
Yeah, Chevy S10 or something, I think. But anyway, so we put our luggage back there. I'm like, "Listen, Lisa, I can probably kick this guy's ass. We'll be okay. So don't worry."
I can probably
Unless
kick
we
it.
go to the field where they have the machine guns and they
Right.
hold
He
us
was
at
little.
gunpoint.
Right.
Those are
So-
that's a problem.
Yeah, so she gets in the back where you sit sideways in the seat that's like 1 foot, whatever.
Right.
So I'm posting videos like, "Hey, if we die, here we are." We don't. But anyway, so
We
he
don't.
drives. He
We're
don't,
still here today.
He don't
We're still
speak
here.
English, so he's like, he takes us to a 7-Eleven. He's like, "Oh, you hold here, give me money." I was like, "For what?" He's like, "Just give me money." I'm like, "All right, how much you need?" So I give him some money. He goes in and buys a 6-pack, comes back, starts drinking a 6-pack while driving. So I'm like, "This is great, man."
You gotta be kidding.
No.
So he just drives us to like an Howard Johnson. He's like, "Here you go." I'm like, "This is not my hotel, man. Here you go." He starts
Really?
taking our shit out. Like, "Here you go." I'm like, "No." So I call my hotel, make him get on the phone. Like, "No, like you're gonna talk to these people because we're at the Wyndham or whatever,
Yeah.
So finally get out of there. So anyway, it's not that great a story, but
The moral of the story is make sure it's a real taxi.
yeah, so that's kind of like what we would do. We had a lot of adventures because I would do some pretty sketchy things at the beginning. You know what I mean? Like, that's the thing. Like,
But I never felt unsafe.
yeah. I know.
Yeah.
Well, that's when you usually die.
Yeah. So when they take us
I
down the
never felt
corn
unsafe.
Yeah.
alley and you
And then all of a sudden you're in the
wake
middle
up-
of a drug cartel
Yeah.
and you didn't mean to be.
Yeah, I've been a part of drug cartels in Mexico before too. Unfortunately, where they're in towers with machine guns pointed at us.
Well, you live an interesting life.
Yeah, I just
Why?
gotta go with the flow. I think
mean-
we're like same thing. Another taxi cab ride gone wrong.
Don't go with the flow.
No, taxi cab
Don't,
drivers
just go where
in
you're
Mexico
supposed to go.
apparently are all part of the Mexican cartel. I did not
Yeah,
know
it's a
this.
very corrupt area.
Yeah,
That Mexico.
So that's the thing. So they would take you places where they would demand money or something. So then,
They see
I
the
was
dumb
not
Americans,
with him on
right?
that
Like we're like,
trip.
oh, Americans, they have money.
yeah. So then I would be in these situations where I'd be like, all right, so I'm gonna pretty much have to kill a bunch of people. And
Never
then I
had to
was
kill
like,
anybody
oh,
though. Just set that
There's
straight.
a bunch of machine guns. I'm probably not going to kill anybody. I'm probably going to die. And then I would, it ended up being all right. Like, we ended up being in a place in Riviera Maya, right, where they tried to sell us a timeshare. They tricked us to go.
Right.
And sell us some timeshare. We couldn't get out. We were there for 3 hours.
Oh my
And
gosh.
they wouldn't let us leave, right? So we're in the
That's
middle
a
of
good
Cancun
tactic.
trying to get out, And Lisa kept on, she's like, I'm on my effing vacation. I want to get out of here. So then finally I was like, listen.
You don't want that freaking West Virginia girl coming out,
Yeah,
man.
right?
You think Mexico's rough. And
Took
when
us
you
to
piss
like
us
a
off.
basement, and I was like, "Are you not going to do this?" And this guy, it was finally an American guy, and I finally stopped. I said, "Listen, I'm gonna kill everybody here if you don't let me out now." And I just like really calmly just started. I was like, "It's not gonna end well for all of you, and
Yeah.
I don't care." And he called somebody. He said, "Let him go." And I guess they're like, "Do you want me to take him to the exit?" Which was another code
Whoa.
word for something, because he said, "No, I don't want you to take them to the exit. I want you to let them go." And I was like, "What are they talking about?" Like, I was like,
Oh my
yeah. So then,
gosh.
like, yeah, like 2 or 3 people more came down, and they all started talking. I was like, "What the hell?" You know. And then they like let us go, but they didn't let us go because they just let us.
They still had to give us a ride back.
Yeah, we're like 3 hours away from, not 3 hours, but like probably 20 miles away from our hotel in the middle of nowhere, and nobody spoke English. Like, I was like, "Hey, like, I need to go to a hotel." They're like, "Da-da-da-da-da." You know, I was like, "Oh, like, okay." I had
Oh,
8 years
no,
of
no, no.
Spanish. I don't remember nothing.
Do
I
y'all
was like,
go
"¿Dónde está?"
foreign places?
No,
Yeah.
I have. Yeah, we have.
I have not.
You went to Mexico.
On a cruise, and I was there for 2 hours
Yeah.
snorkeling, and
It
I
was
got back
amazing.
on my American
Yeah.
ship, and I cruised away. So no, I have not.
Yeah.
No, I have
I
not.
was on a
Been to
cruise
Africa,
in,
but that's it.
Ensenada. Where'd you go in Mexico?
Cozumel.
Yeah, Cozumel.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah.
That's where I found out I was pregnant with Brooke that day.
Oh.
Really exciting. We, nobody
They
got
sell
killed.
those on
we
the
we didn't have
cruise ship?
machine guns pointed at us ever.
No, but I did have we were on the cruise, and I suspected that I might be pregnant, so I took a pregnancy test with me. Okay, so we were in Cozumel. He thought we should go snorkeling. I thought it was a horrible idea, and it in fact was. I got in the
It was
water. I
amazing.
freaked out. I got
really
out.
good.
Whatever. Blah, blah, blah.
Sounds
So
like
we
our
get
trip.
back on the trip. We get back on the ship, and it's time for me to take my pregnancy test.
Yeah.
Because I'm that on time. So we had been snorkeling in the salt water, and I didn't. I was so excited about it. I didn't shower first, and I peed on the stick. And apparently, salt water jacks up the pregnancy test. So it didn't turn. It didn't do what it was supposed to
Her vagina
do.
was tainted.
It didn't do what it was supposed to do.
It
It just
happens.
kind of went blank. So I knew that it was like the salt water. I was like, crap. So I was like, you need to go back over there to Cozumel and get me another pregnancy test.
I
He's
don't
like,
know if I trust that.
but Angie, the ship's getting ready to go. And I'm like, well, you better hurry, because when I want something, I want it, and it's going to happen. So he went over, just made it back to the ship in time, brought me a Spanish pregnancy test.
They
And I
need the
was
same thing,
like,
the plus, the minus.
yeah, I was like, I don't understand these directions, because in the Spanish pregnancy test, they don't give you an English option. You know, when you open up
Yeah.
an English Spanish
You
test,
got
and there's
all the-
every fucking language
Yeah.
possible.
Yeah.
No,
They're like, you're in our town.
Nope.
This is our language.
You got a Spanish pregnancy test, bitch. You better know Spanish.
You better know the code word.
But he was just like plus minus, right? So I had showered in the meantime, peed on the stick, and in fact, I was pregnant
She's pregnant.
on.
Yeah.
That's
On
a good
Thanksgiving.
That was your first one?
No, that was Brooke. That was one you met.
So our
downstairs.
Mexican experience was.
So Brooke is Mexican.
She was pregnant. Our Mexican experience was she was pregnant, and I ran off the boat. It was really exciting. Yours was you were trapped in a basement for 3 hours, and they were like giving you, let him go or send him to the exit.
But still,
Yeah.
nonetheless,
Whatever that means,
exciting.
It was
Don't
exciting.
crazy
shit on my
things.
experience.
Lots of
Jeffrey.
crazy things go
It was
on in
my
Mexico.
experience.
No, you just were off the boat. I was
I'm the one that had to go
pregnant.
chasing down pregnancy
So
tests
have
in
you
a
all
different
cruised
language.
Did they
then?
even know what
No.
you're saying? You're like, pregnancy test. We're like, I don't know.
Well,
You're
I
like,
want to do a
No,
cruise.
he did.
He's
I
like,
had to
I
be
know how
like,
he is getting to the airport,
Yeah.
and we live 2 miles from it.
Yeah.
I feel like a cruise would just be a nightmare. He'd be like stressing as soon as we got off the boat.
Yeah, I'm not
We'd
sure
be
that a
like,
cruise is up your alley.
We got
We're
8
doing a
hours.
cruise
We got to
with
get
Oh,
back.
okay.
We got to get back.
I was on a training cruise.
He's
with
too
the
laid
Graces.
back, right?
No, he's like
No.
high strung. Like
He's
getting
not
to
laid
the
back.
airport, we're there. He's like the plane board's at 10:30, and we live like 2 minutes. There's never a line, and
It
he's
doesn't
like
matter.
he is jacked up.
I'm that way too. I'm
Not
the same
me.
way.
I like.
What do you want to miss
I-
the plane for?
We're not gonna miss it. They're never on time.
You're gonna miss your plane tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, you do have to catch the plane tomorrow. Oh no, you're not. You're driving.
You're driving.
Talking about
He's
To
flying.
Jackson
flying.
County?
He's
Yeah.
driving to Virginia.
Yeah.
Wait,
Wait a
after you
second.
fly?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's been
So you're gonna fly a plane separately.
He says calmly, "That's a busy day."
It's a busy day.
It's busy.
What are
I'm
you
going
gonna do
to
in
fly, and then I'm going
Virginia?
to drive to Virginia.
Your work.
Just-
On a
Go
Sunday?
to Roanoke. Yeah.
See us
that'll
be
work.
there.
Okay, so
Monday.
time out. This is stressing me out.
What's up?
You have to go fly at 10 in the morning? How long is
Oh,
this
he's gonna
lesson?
call
I
it
have to
10.
call at 10.
Oh, to make sure it's not windy. That's right.
To call. Then I have to teach a boxing private. Then I have to go fly plane. Then I have to drive to Roanoke. Just all in a day. When you're so
On a
cool.
Sunday.
I'm not really
What's
sure.
the boxing private? Who's the boxing guy that's gonna
There's
practice?
just 4 or 5 guys coming.
4 or 5.
They're pretty. If you get a private Butch Hiles, you're pretty.
I was gonna say
You're pretty up there. That's pretty
deal.
status. Pretty high status right there.
That is pretty high status.
That's a
Easiest
pretty-
thing I've ever heard.
You know what? I've got my boxing gloves
That means that
downstairs.
you,
I mean,
you
we
done
can do
missed
this.
out on the good train. So you got a private with me.
Yeah.
That really what that means is everybody else is busy, and I forced
Oh, stop.
What
They are,
the
they are
does.
some lucky individuals, basically.
it
is what
does
boils
mean
down
I
to.
try to avoid
4
that
ladies?
stuff. No. Typically, if there's like 4 really hot chicks, that'd be right there.
Yeah, it's like, oh, we got a private
We
boxing
know
session.
he'd be right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
right up his alley. He
Virginia
would-
can wait.
Yeah.
There are 4 really pretty men.
Really pretty.
Yeah, they're really pretty.
I don't have
Have
a
really
boxing
nice
private tomorrow.
Yeah.
Wait, did
Butch
my
Hiles?
Yeah.
people not call me?
I
Yeah.
thought, I don't
But what is their
remember.
nipple size is what I want to know.
Hey, shut up.
I will take pictures tomorrow.
You'll have to get that information and be like, guys, like,
This is the first training.
I will. I'm gonna use this this thing, right? Something like this, like a
Right.
lid.
That's my tank tranquilizer.
No, that is in fact
It's a
your Apple
chakra.
Watch charger.
Yeah.
or
But it's the
tank,
size
whatever.
of a
Yeah.
cap. You know,
Yeah.
so I feel if I took like a Mountain Dew cap off of like a little thing and just put it on there.
That'd be probably good. Yeah. That's adequate.
They probably
Yeah.
would never come back for another private, and they probably would not train you to fly a plane.
Do you know these people? Have you ever met them?
One time.
Have they ever boxed with you?
One time. Yeah.
So they're repeating customers.
They'll let me measure their nipples. If that's what you're asking.
Yeah, that's it.
I have a way about me.
Well, I know this. Trust me. That's why you're in my closet.
Butch just walks in the room and he's like, "Show me your nipples,"
Yeah.
and everybody just does.
I mean, I
They're
feel
like-
Dude, I'm hanging with you, bro.
Yeah.
I'm hanging with you. Can you please?
There's
can you-
always been a thing like if you feel like if you look like you know what you're doing, people go with it. You know,
That's true.
like, if I walked in,
You're like, let's do some
I
jab
don't know what's
crosses.
by
Okay,
you.
show me your nipples.
Dude,
Because
I'm
if I'm
trying
like,
that
if like
tomorrow.
like the power of your
somewhere,
punch
I
had a
don't
lot
know.
to do with your nipple size. So can I view your nipples?
I gotta see.
Dude, you should be
Like-
punching a lot harder than you're punching with that nipple size right now.
You have pepperoni nipples. You should be landing
You should be
them.
just destroying people. You
It
should be Mike
heavy.
Tyson.
It should be heavy and thick.
You shouldn't be hitting people like Runyon
Yeah,
with his little tiny
Yeah.
nipples.
It's not
His
hard.
nickel nipples.
He's just a jabber. He's
Yeah.
just a jabber. He just to
So, like,
irritate
when
you to
get
death with
cold,
them
do
little
they get
nipples.
long? Like, do they get? That's what I'm gonna.
Oh, those pointy ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's different.
Yeah.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
different. It's the only way you can
different.
describe it.
I'm all about different, trying different things.
I'm all about the difference. Yeah.
We got a big day tomorrow. We should go pick out a stripper pole.
Yeah, we should. We should. Are they all the same color?
Yeah.
They're silver.
Oh, that's even better.
They're all silver.
How, are they lengthwise? Do they have to be 8-foot ceiling or 10-foot ceiling, or does it matter?
I think they're adjustable, right?
I don't know.
Because
You
there used
can-
to be a littleminx.com that you could order them from, where I got mine.
I don't know where
Years
these
ago.
were from, but
Was it you that was stripping?
It was, actually. That's what the thing that Lisa doesn't understand. That it did not have good-looking girls or strippers at my house. It was just me stripping for myself. Just,
you
That is a lie.
You in
was a
front of the
lot.
mirrors.
It was a lot like Silence of the Lambs. I was just down there.
That is a lie. That is a
I
lie.
was just down there tucking stuff. I was just dancing for myself.
There was not
Yeah.
even any mirrors.
that's disturbing.
Well, it's because I had my BlackBerry phone at the time.
Blackberry phone.
Before that, my Nokia. But I was like, hey, you're good looking. Yeah, those are the good days. I remember my orange carpet. It was good stuff.
Oh,
That shit was a
gross.
mess, wasn't it?
No, it was good old days.
Yeah,
And
it was
then
a mess.
And you moved in my house. They're like, you need to get rid of your stripper pole. And I was like, man,
You made him get rid of it?
yeah.
Yeah, because I didn't know who was tripping on that thing. I couldn't
That's
believe
true.
him.
Who knows who
I
was
couldn't
on
believe
that,
him.
right?
He's gonna tell me no one.
Listen,
It's
y'all.
just me and a bunch of guys.
Listen.
I mean, because that's believable, right? While they were eating bananas.
Right?
They're all like, your turn, bro. Pass me a banana.
You got the knife so we can cut it?
Yeah, I don't want to eat it with my mouth. I need to cut it up first.
Listen, I promise you, my stripper poles are clean.
Well,
Oh,
probably
that's-
not that clean right
yeah.
now, but they're not dirty with girls.
They were never anybody naked on them.
Not
Um,
that I'm aware of.
Uh,
Not that I'm aware of. Jeff must know something that I
I
don't
don't
know.
know. A few times you were gone. That...
Mhm.
No, I'm just
Yeah.
kidding.
Sure.
Well, then, I mean,
You might want to spray him down. Just saying.
It's nothing to
I'm just kidding.
Clorox wipe.
Clorox
No,
wipe will
listen.
do.
A Clorox
I'm
wipe.
gonna lick
Yeah.
them. As soon as I get it, I'm licking it. I'm set. Well, it'll be a good day. I'm excited.
Good day. He's made his day. You made
This has
his. You
seriously been
made
the
his
best day.
week. Happy
Yeah.
anniversary, babe. Happy 10 years.
There you
Oh, that
go.
is true. It is our anniversary.
That's
Oh,
right.
it
Hey,
is.
that's our gift to you.
Well, no, we'll buy it.
Stripper
We'll buy it.
pole.
I know you will because she's going to practice up,
Yeah,
and then we're going to
yeah.
get to. She's going to pay for it.
Yeah, yeah. All right, we'll send you videos.
Teach a
Yes.
class. I'll teach
Yeah.
a class.
There you go.
That's what we call it. Teach a class.
Teach a class.
Yeah. All right, all right.
This is a class, kids.
Yeah. Little
Mom's
bit
not a
good-
stripper. She's a
She's a
pole
teacher.
fitness instructor.
There we go. That's a big
Yeah,
difference.
that's some good stuff. All right. I
You can
mean,
turn anything into a workout.
Yep. Just put fitness after it.
yeah.
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 Purple Friend Fitness.
All right. Yeah.
Oh,
It's going to be exciting. All right. You
Love
ready?
you.
yeah.
Let's go get
That's
it.
it.